Yeah, people seem to like the 10 shots, 10 bots video.
They always do. It's always a hit. But we can't give in. People are like,
I know you guys are fucking stupid drunk and stuff like that and saying stupid shit, but the funniest part was right in the beginning when you guys were doing the live field fucking Western names.
No Feet Jones.
No Feet Jones. Blood Spurs. Those are the best.
Welcome. You are now tuned into the official podcast of the Daywalker.
The Daywalker.
He has all the powers of the nerd, but yet the weakest.
Starring Jed Vargo.
Shut up, Wesley. What's wrong with you, Jed? People don't care who you are. It's a fucking clown. I understand. Nailed it. Well, because Transformers are fucking cool.
Levy Curry.
My body is a temple. It's time I started treating it that way. I actually really like that game a lot. Reports of my veganism are highly exaggerated. Because all she sees is superhero dick.
And your host, Mike Kincaid.
You know, I can be a little bit of a hothead. That's a good cop, bad cop right there. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here? That thing looked badass, dude.
So it's time to put on your big boy pants.
Like a child. Yeah, you're like a little kid, man.
Is that what she really sounded like?
Yes. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready. It's time for the Blackout and Shout podcast.
So we are at episode 86, correct? Welcome. Episode 86 of the Blackout and Shout podcast. How's everybody doing?
I'm all right.
Cold.
Yeah, man.
It's cold outside.
After a nice week. It was a pretty nice week.
Yeah. Well, I was hauling that elliptical in the freaking, it's in the garage. I was like, it was like frostbite. Like my skin was like freezing to the metal as I touched it.
Did you stick your tongue on it?
No. Absolutely not.
The idea is to bring the elliptical home for his old lady so that way he can stick his tongue on her.
That's, like I said before, that's just going to become another clothing rack.
Yeah, we were laughing about it. Like when I was taking it apart, he asked me who put it together. I said Ethel did. And then I was thinking, like, you know, Ethel's biggest workout on that elliptical was probably actually putting it together. Let's go around the horn, starting across from me, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Ba Curry. How you doing, Levy?
I'm doing all right. I'm hoping for a lot of snow tomorrow, but I don't think a lot.
No.
2 to 4, I heard.
Yeah, enough to be annoying.
I originally saw 3 to 5, but then they lowered it to like 1 to 3.
It was supposed to be like 5.
Why do you want a lot of snow on the weekend?
I just want a lot of snow. I just want a day with a lot of fucking snow.
You know what I want? Global warming. Then I don't have to worry about the snow anymore.
Oh, it's happening. The global warming is funny when somebody tries to deny that there's global warming.
Yeah.
You know what Gurman does? Gurman says, well, you know, there was ice ages.
Oh, God.
Like they take thousands of fucking years or whatever, not from the time we were children up until now.
Yeah.
Do you know what's
well, it's a 0 degree day.
Do you know what's sad
What's that?
about that? Is Gurman is probably one of the higher intelligent people of that group that follow Trump around. Like,
you know what? We always say that about him. We say that he's a like he comes across like a fucking nitwit, but he is actually a smart guy. But he's like somehow still a fucking nitwit. You know what I mean? Like, because he's real quick and witty and stuff, you know, which is usually a sign of intelligence.
The dumbest smart person, you know.
Yeah.
Are we getting political on this show now?
Huh?
Nah.
No, we're just confirming that Gurman's a nitwit.
Yeah.
I love when sometimes he'll show up and he's wearing the shirt and it's like Trump and he's photoshopped on like some bodybuilder and he's riding on a tank.
Did you see the one where he was photoshopped on a Rocky?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Boy.
That shit's so.
That's fucking fake news, right?
I mean, it's funny. That's always good for a laugh.
I like the one where they showed Derrick Henry from the Titans. And he's 6'3", 235, and Trump apparently is 6'3", 235, but there's a little bit of a difference. I mean, besides that, one's a white guy and one's a black guy, obviously.
Orange guy.
Yeah, one's a black guy, one's an orange guy. Yeah, right. Jed, how you doing, man?
All right, man.
Yeah.
Doing good, yeah. So I got this I don't know if it's like spam. I don't think it's spam, but I got this email for a request for me to do an audition for a web series that's on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
I can't say the name of it because I have to sign an NDA over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they do this thing and it has like 14 million subscribers and stuff. So They're
what
doing
makes you think it might be spam? That seems very specific to something that you're into doing.
Because it's just like it was. I mean, it was kind of directed, but it's like one of those generic emails where you just kind of put somebody's name in its place.
Was it from the prince of some country over there?
No, it wasn't.
That you have money waiting for you.
No, it wasn't like that.
Money and voiceover.
Yes, sir. We are contacting you to do voiceovers for our
money and voiceover work
for our oil commercials in Saudi Arabia. No, it was
Carbamia.
Yeah, Carbamia. So no, but if it pans out, that's kind of cool. But it's like it was a request to do an audition. It wasn't a request for a job. It was a request to audition for a job. Yeah. So which is kind of cool if it's if it plays out.
Levy just looked at me when I said that. By the way, like I just didn't make that up, and I just crushed the entire Middle Eastern population by saying Carbamia. Listen, man, Abdul Fakadi did it first, right? Is that his name? That was his name, right? The King of Kings. I can't remember. Look at he's trying to act like it didn't exist.
No, I don't know. I don't remember the name of the guy from the episode. It's been forever since I've seen it. I do know Casey Kasem quit over that episode.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
That Casey Kasem quit?
No, I got that request for.
Oh yeah. You got the spam.
Maybe. I don't know.
Spam.
I looked at it a whole bunch of times, and I did my own thorough background searches on the dude and stuff like that. And it looked like he's or she is a recruiter for this place. So they kind of recruited like graphic artists and other people's like sites that post and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Word.
Yeah.
How are you, Mike? How are you doing?
Yeah. How you doing? Anything exciting happened to you?
No, not really.
Yeah, you got a couple new details.
Yeah, I'll talk over that when we do the hauls.
Okay.
Did you have those like laying in wait, or did you run out to IKEA?
No, I got them in between this. They weren't up last time you guys were here?
Mm-mm.
No? I got them in between because I got them and we put them up like immediately.
Oh, so you went to IKEA?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for mentioning that.
Well, it was a spur. Well, no, you know what? It was a spur of the moment thing. Like, and we weren't even going.
Right, Levy, we could have ordered and he could have picked it up for us. He could have picked it up right now.
We weren't even going to IKEA.
Do you know that he like didn't mention that at all because he didn't want to get more shit for him to call home?
Yeah.
No, we actually went to visit Vanessa's daughter in Westchester, and then we were on the way back, and we kind of were.
Oh yeah, like we're in the main part of town, Westchester. Like near the school.
Yeah.
I used to hang out down there a lot. I love that area.
Yeah, some of it had like a downtown Bethlehem type of feel to it. Some of it, the parts that we were at.
Downtown Bethlehem.
Yeah.
What? Because of the trees or what?
Yeah, because of the trees. Yeah.
Wow, there's trees on the sidewalk. This is just like downtown Bethlehem.
Yeah, just walking around. I don't know. It just reminded me of being right down there, man. Crazy. Because there was buildings. There was buildings and trees.
And no homeless. Cool.
Yeah, just busy. And once the Angel Down show is done with, I'll be.
That's tomorrow, right?
No, not anymore. We moved it to February 1st.
Oh.
Because we're supposed to get snow. And even if it's a little bit of snow, you know how it is. Like somebody walk out the front door, see an inch of snow on the ground and go, oh, we're not going out now.
Oh, yeah. My wife was like, you're not going to podcast tonight. I'm like, why? It's going to snow. I'm like, that's tomorrow. She's like, you come home at like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm like, that's supposed to be like 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
7, 8 o'clock at night it's supposed to start, isn't it?
No, it's
in the morning? They move it to the morning?
Yeah. 10 in the morning.
10,
oh, for real? Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting it earlier because I think it's coming from the west to you guys. So.
Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, so we were, and Tony drives up from North Carolina, and it's like, if we're going to play the show one time a year, we may as well, like, reschedule. So we rescheduled it for February 1st. So hopefully there's no weather that weekend. But yeah, it's just been busy. But once that comes and goes, because, like, right now I just got two bands worth of songs in my brain. So once the AD gig is over, I'll be able to dump those off again. And, then Vanessa's in the middle of this move into here, a box at a time.
Oh, you guys aren't done with that yet?
No, that's probably going to be going on for a little while until she actually like sells the house. But it's coming along pretty well. The nice part about that is throwing shit out.
Oh, yeah.
You never realize how much crap you have until you have somebody moving in. And it's like, well, I got to make some room and I don't need half of the shit that I have here. So I've been kind of thinning the herd a little bit.
Did you find a buyer for your dragons yet?
I did, yeah. And my boy Hector from the Bird Gang is actually coming up tomorrow morning, picking that stuff up.
He's buying the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
See, so here's a text she just sent me. She goes, well, not just said, but like earlier today, she goes, weather advisory 7 to 9 now. Wash and gas car. Then like the next message, like 10 minutes later, goes, it might start at 5. Before I know it's going to be at 3 o'clock, I'm like, it's doing now. Is it really something? No. No, not really.
Did she ask you to pick up milk and bread and eggs and all that shit?
Yeah. Here we go. Romaine lettuce, green beans, strawberries, parsley, green pepper, broccoli.
He does milk sandwiches.
Tomatoes.
That shit just always cracks me up. Because, like, it's not like it used to be. Like, even if it snows 2 feet, like, you're out on the road, like, the next day. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, well. Speaking of snow, I heard that Jay Brennan might actually try to pay us a visit sometime in February.
Oh, yeah.
He says that every year.
No, but he brought it up himself this time.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, so we'll see what goes on.
He says that every year. I haven't seen snow in years.
Not going to see it this year.
They got
Not going to see it this year either.
I'm pretty sure South Carolina got a little snow last year. I think they did once.
Did they declare a state of emergency
Probably.
when it happened?
Yeah. Flipping shit, man.
Quarter of an inch. Remember the blizzard of 2019.
You got flurries.
Levy, shout outs, plugs, hauls.
Declare martial
wait a second.
law.
Before we actually get into that, we
Martial law.
Oh boy, hang on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, Jefferson.
Hey! I wouldn't heard of it.
We gotta get you a wireless mic.
Why don't you sit in a chair, man? You can come over here and hang
That's
out
the
with
cat's chair.
Oh, well, look, I'll take that off, and now's not the cat chair.
Hey.
For the time being. The cat ain't gonna sit there. This the cat.
Yeah, dude, we should get you a wireless one so you just kind of walk around, kind of like do stand up and shit.
One of those winger microphones. How you doing, Jefferson?
You know.
Christ.
This guy's got no volume knob.
Well, this microphone's all the way over there.
I got you though.
Hey.
So this is your first week in business.
Yeah. First
Going-
full week.
going well?
Yep. Ain't go any better.
Yeah.
What are you selling? T-shirts.
Yeah. Yeah, Transformer t-shirts.
He figured he wanted a piece of that lucrative pie.
It's very niche.
Yeah.
You want to make $9 in profit every 2 weeks. I'm just another to.
Well, you know, gotta do what you gotta do to live.
That's how you afford all those whales, man.
Oh.
Yeah. That's all the Transformer t-shirt fucking money.
Yep.
Just coughing.
Nice.
Yeah, you got a new fucking white whale, huh?
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. All right.
So, when you acquiring this business and stuff like that, did you acquire like a whole bunch of like tools and shit?
Oh
like
yeah, I
that stuff?
acquired everything, man.
Yeah. So you got like the whole nice big inventory type of shit.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like the Punisher when he opens up his garage and it's full of guns, but yours is like just full of fucking ratchets and
Yeah.
wrenches and shit.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you got your micro and then the battle van outside, right?
Yep. Battle vans out there.
Nice.
Yep. Not that anybody that listens to the Lehigh Valley, but you know. Give us a call.
No, that's not true. Brother Kyle lives in the Lehigh Valley now.
Oh yeah, brother Kyle.
There's a bunch of people actually live in the area that listen to the show.
Really?
Yeah, there's a handful. So you want to plug your shit, you can.
Oh yeah, if you need any appliance work, you give Jim Boble Appliance Service a call. 610-866-5243.
There you go.
Or look at us on the web at jimbobleapplianceservice.com.
See, now you're saying that really fast for me, but you probably know, is it Volvo or Boble?
Boble.
With
Bob
a
Al.
B. With a B?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, week 1.
In the trenches.
Yeah. Fucking 51 more to go this.
Everybody should answer the phone. Hey.
Well, you know how they have a slogan? You know?
Yeah.
That should be Bobles.
Dude,
Hey.
I'll make you a logo. I'll take that fucking snake and I'll fucking put a ratchet in his hand.
I'll wrap your fucking head in with a ratchet. This is Boble. Should I bring my fucking tools?
Whoa.
Should I
What
bring-
are you working on?
Should I bring my toolbox? You put the boss on, I'll talk to him. So, Levy, any shout outs, hauls, plugs?
Shout out to my brother-in-law. He is now cancer-free.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
man.
Yeah.
Then you get his ass moving and fix your basement.
Yeah. So actually, he wants to get that done because all the supplies that he's had for the basement, he had to put into public storage. So he wants to get that done.
That's good. Good for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Good.
So
What
he's
was,
feeling a lot better. You know, the chemo's done and everything. You know,
What kind of cancer was it?
colon
cancer.
Yeah,
that sucks.
and well, he's suffered from Crohn's disease for years, for years, and it's just caused him nothing but problems. Then he got diagnosed with the cancer and everything, but now he's cancer free. So
Jefferson, it's time to go see a proctologist, man. Get that checked out.
Yeah, I just have a hemorrhoid ready to pop.
Is it bleeding? It's itchy.
Let me finish up my dinner.
Well, you never had a hemorrhoid. You never had a good hemorrhoid.
Yeah. I had a hemorrhoid, no. Nope, at one time. Yeah.
At your age, I find that very hard to believe.
What, I had a hemorrhoid?
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what one is, but I never had anything wrong with my ass. Never had an ass problem.
Well, luckily we're no proctologists here, but we do have Google, so you can look it up whenever you want.
Do you want anybody want to take a look at it?
I've seen them already. I don't need to see anymore.
See what a hemorrhoid looks like. It's basically thrombosed veins in your asshole.
A what?
Thrombosed veins.
What's that mean?
Means the vein. You know what thrombosis is? Varicose veins.
That's okay. Yeah,
and stuff. It's in your asshole.
Your butthole.
Yeah.
From what? From like trying to squeeze out a giant stink pickle?
Sometimes straining can cause it, but other times it's just a natural part of getting older.
Really? Huh.
I see people on sit away.
I used to hear that. Yeah.
Pregnant people get it too.
I've been lucky.
Pregnant women. Sorry.
Pregnant people.
Apparently, I've been lucky. I didn't realize that was like a common thing.
Oh yeah.
Just
Well, there's 4 of us here. Here's that one.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe you just never do what.
I've never had a hemorrhoid. Just like I've never shit my pants as an adult.
It's either one or the other, Levy.
Any other shout outs, hauls, or plugs?
No, that's it. I didn't get anything. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. I did get something at the last minute here. Jed was so kind enough. He was so moved by the gift that I got him for Christmas. That he actually got me a Dragon Star series Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Goku made by Bandai. And a plushie deluxe Shenron that
I've never watched one single episode of Dragon Ball Z in my entire life. I have no idea who those characters are. The guys at GameStop looked at me like I was retarded because I didn't know who they were. So they're like, well, does he like this type of Dragon Ball Z or this type of Dragon Ball Z? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
GameStop guys are like
oh man, I whipped out
Transformer people and like Dungeons and Dragons. The GameStop guys.
I whipped out my Edge card from like 2007 that I had, and they fucking had an orgasm. They're like, this is vintage.
$100 you can have it. Man, I gotta work another 2 weeks for that $100.
No, they were like, oh, can I try to swipe it, see if it still works? I'm like, I don't care. Fuck yeah, it's a plastic card, sure.
Don't ruin it, man.
They're like, did you get this at this store at this date? I'm like, I don't fucking remember. It's King of Prussia, I think. I don't know, in the 2000s sometime. So, but yeah, no, they're usually pretty helpful. But
thank you, Jed.
You're welcome. Before I forget, anybody that pre-ordered the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Splinter and Shredder and stuff, they're coming out on Valentine's Day or the day after. This is the release date.
What movie are we going to go see this on Valentine's Day?
Aww.
I don't know if I want to see a Valentine's Day movie. And last time we did,
I didn't say a Valentine's Day movie. I said a movie on Valentine's.
Well, okay, I don't know if we're going to go do that because the last time we did, the police found a corpse in my dumpster.
Oh yeah,
that's right. And then you moved.
Good thing you weren't there.
Yeah.
They would have been like, they would have looked through that whole building and they would have been like, oh, it's the brown guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys heard that story, right?
Yes. We've talked about it a few times on the show.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And it was on the news.
Yes. I was on the news. Yeah. You never saw my
15 Minutes of Fame?
Yeah.
No, I'll have to look it up.
I actually have it.
Oh, you have it saved?
Well, I recently recovered a bunch of files from my corrupt memory card. So this was one of those files.
Entrance.
He has to scroll past all the fucking history of railroading videos.
Those are only 3-minute previews, though.
Way to bring the show to a grinding halt, Levy.
Yeah. So, my fence blew down. The fence posts rotted, and with the heavy wind last weekend.
Yeah.
Like
the whole fucking fence.
Three posts just blew right over. So, gonna have to get that taken care of.
They probably built the fence when they built the house. Used the cheap ass wood.
Yeah. So my brother-in-law is getting new replacement posts.
He's like, well, time to put you back to work.
But yeah, so he's getting he got replacement posts and everything, so he's going to be doing that here soon. He just needs to he said he needs to get a 2-person auger, I guess, because the ground is too hard for a post holer. So, you know. But yeah, that's it for me. I didn't get anything for hauls or nothing, so
Jed,
really enough.
what you got?
Got one shout out. Actually, 2 shout outs. Let me make sure I got everybody's names right. So let's see. So Doors, shout out to Doors because he's the one that I know was on Dame Chalk's page and stuff like that, but I didn't know anything about that X Transbot's like scheduled release page.
I put that in the Toy News so we can definitely chat about that.
He kind of told me about it.
Yeah.
He's like, I thought of you because you're finally gonna see your Virtus maybe this year. I'm like, really? And I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, oh shit. So shout out to Doors for letting me know about that, and shout out to let me get back to I took a screenshot of it. I'm pretty sure it's Jared Bell, right?
Oh yeah, Jared from the Bird Gang. He's in the Bird Gang.
I think that's I'm pretty sure that's who it was on Instagram. Messaged me. He goes. So during the masturbation talk during episode 80,
no, that wasn't Jared Bell.
No,
that was who was that? That was Mark. I think that was.
Well, here, let me look it up.
Yeah.
Who's MTN Nut? That's.
Oh, Will Bell. No,
Will
that's
Bell.
Will Bell. Yeah,
Will Bell. There it is. His name's right there. Fuck. Anyway, so Will Bell fucking sent me a message.
He's the one that always calls me the T420.
Who did I say? Jared.
Okay,
sorry, man.
He listens to you, though.
Too many bills and bells, doors.
This fucking shows off to
Anyway,
start,
so Will Bell.
Yeah.
Sent me a message. He said, so during the masturbation talk during episode 85, I accidentally opened my car door before shutting the Bluetooth off, and it blared out as it got out on my way into work. Have to say all the ladies I work with laughed quite a bit.
Oh, good. Way to go, Levy.
So shout out to Will Bell and his...
Shout out to those ladies.
Yeah, for laughing. I mean, we get some new Blackout Shout listeners.
Yeah.
So,
here we are.
I didn't get anything. I don't think. I still have a bunch of stuff in my stash, so I haven't got anything shipped yet. Oh, I did see that oh my god, I forgot his name. Painter Fro.
Oh, Bob Ross?
Bob Ross. I saw the Bob Ross thing dropped, so I had
it actually came out, or just went out for pre-order? Oh, it came out?
Yeah, because Lewis showed a picture. Yeah, I think it was at Walmart maybe, and he had a hand, or a Target maybe. He was holding it.
Oh no shit! I'm gonna have to.
And mine dropped into my stash, so
I'm gonna have to go. I might have to go hunting because it's been a while since I bought a toy in the wild.
I think it's like $28 or $30 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to.
So
go ahead and get rid of that goddamn pop.
I'll take that.
The pop?
Yeah, because my daughter loves pops and she loves fucking Bob Ross.
Yeah,
she watches them all the time. So yeah, I'm down for that.
All right.
Let's see. I just got you stuff and Levy stuff. I didn't get anything for myself, but yeah, I didn't get anything for Halls. So got my shout outs. Trying to think. I've been working on the animation. I don't know if you guys saw that clip with the physics clip that I did.
With the tires falling.
With the wheels
falling? No, the one after that. I did it earlier today. I was actually been working.
I wasn't on much today. I popped in and saw the extra bots thing.
Oh yeah, shout out to everybody in our chat. A bunch of fucking creepers in there. So shout out to Josh and
speaking of creepers, I'm gonna have to throw Pat Green out of the hardcore collectors.
He's sitting there 3 years watching you, dude. Just watching every post.
He's getting thrown the fuck out.
Every post
Jerry's
you
brother.
make.
Like what's he like? I don't even. He doesn't collect anything. Like I don't know what he like. He
collects.
He's one of them dudes. Like you look at his Facebook page. He's got like 3,000 friends, and then when you're like people you may know. Anytime you come across even just a semi-attractive girl. Like if you look in the mutual friends, Pat's friends with all of them. It doesn't actually.
Oh, you're talking about Pat?
He doesn't really know any of them. He just like
No, I seen your thing. And he's friends with him.
I know all these hot chicks.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to fucking.
That's funny.
I'm gonna have to tell her she's got to ban this motherfucker.
So here, let me show you.
What was it?
Pause. Did it play? So I was messing around with the physics engine on getting stuff to bounce around and gravity and all that shit.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you see that?
Did you start any other characters at all?
No, I've just been like this whole thing. Like what I'm doing is I'm building up to probably like a 10-15 second like bumper.
Yeah.
You know, like we now return you to the Transformers type of thing. And I was gonna do that because that'll incorporate like the animation, the modeling, the effects, the gravity and physics, and the line work and all that stuff. And then once I get all that down, then I got all the pieces of the components. Like then I'll go back to modeling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And of course, you know what the next one's gonna be, the easiest one.
Ratchet,
yeah. Right. And then I'll probably do another, model that's like probably Starscream, and then I'll have Thundercracker and Skywarp out of the way too and stuff. So
get that repaint money.
So
I found my news clip.
Did you? Cool. Let me see it. Yeah.
Put it up in the microphone.
You can barely hear it.
Look at how white he is.
Was that it? Is all you had?
There was another clip too.
Let me go back here. Get back to the beginning.
Yeah, I think the other one might be louder.
Where's the? I was gonna say you have to turn all the way up.
Yeah, I think the other one might be louder. Actually, let me see it.
I wish it would have been.
Let me do the fucking.
I wish
cross between Elvis and Burt Reynolds.
I wish there would have been something in there like where they would slip the clip in where it was like, I was at the, like it's on Valentine's Day. I was at the movies with Mike and
yeah, you can't really
just got done masturbating. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. What's up with the lip?
I don't know.
Nerves.
Yeah, maybe.
People were watching that going, that's a guilty man right there.
They're like, he did it.
Oh, I'm sure there were people that were watching that thought that. What's funny is I don't know if I told you this. The next day I went to McDonald's and the lady at the drive-thru recognized me from the news.
Oh,
she's
you're
like
the guy that we think killed that person.
You're the guy that killed that bitch.
He's like, they didn't charge me for the food. He's like, I don't know why. I guess because I'm a celebrity. Because I thought you were scared of him.
Oh yeah, I got to witness that too when they caught him.
We ask him to pay
because he actually lived in an apartment building up the road from us. They shared an apartment together, and I guess he killed her because he just got pissed off at her one night and just fucking killed her. And he kept her in his apartment for several days until she started to stink, and then that's when he came and dumped her in our dumpster. So a couple days after they found her body, I'm outside with the dogs in the afternoon. All of a sudden I see a bunch of cop cars go running up to this apartment building, and I'm out there and fire trucks showed up and everything. I'm like, what the hell's going on? All of a sudden I heard gunshots. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm taking the dogs and going inside.
You heard gunshots?
Yeah, because
what's the fire trucks for?
Just emergency crews, I guess. But yeah, so they I found out later that they got into a shootout. Like the police knocked on his door and he just opened fire.
Wow.
Wounded a cop, and then they shot him like 6-7 times.
Yeah.
But because he was white, he survived. And
they only aim for the leg.
Yeah. Wow. They shot him like 7 times. He survived. He ended up pleading guilty.
7 times.
I think it was 7 times. Yeah.
Good for him.
Somebody out there right now is thinking that you're saying that white people are more bulletproof than the average person.
No, I'm just saying that maybe sometimes their aim is better when it's black people.
That's like how they say fat kids don't get abducted.
Yeah. So because you know if that guy was black, he wouldn't be breathing.
They do that shit a lot in the news. You ever see like when like a pretty girl dies like from a drug overdose or gets killed or some shit, and they're like, oh, what a shame, she was so pretty. Like if she was a big ugly bitch, it would have been fine. You know what I mean?
Oh Jesus!
Wow. That must be on the Mikey Mike Mouth Network.
Mikey Mike Mouth Network. Yeah, right. That's the MKU. Yeah, MKU, man.
Yeah.
I got a whole thing going on. I gotta
you gotta consolidate, have a
consolidate
crossover.
Everything. Yeah.
Crossover. But I don't have any other shout-outs except to our listeners and new followers and stuff like that.
Do you have any new countries?
Oh man, I haven't looked at countries in like a long time. Ever since Jefferson went on hiatus there for a couple of months, I didn't see him. So, and then I think we were starting to repeat maybe a couple of countries. You know, we did kind of have like a global saturation there at one point. So
who came up twice?
100% global saturation.
Like, yeah, thanks,
all right,
Australia, for following us. But I know, Jesus, Jefferson.
Wow,
it is true. Yeah,
and apparently they caught the guy who started a bunch of those fires.
Good.
So.
I thought it was a couple of people.
Yeah, something like that.
They should take him up by helicopter and just drop him right into flames. I'm all for medieval
sometimes
payback.
I just think about you see all the horrible pictures of the animals that are burned and injured and just holding on to the people, for dear life. And
when there's a forest fire, you don't see they don't show burning. That's the first time I ever saw something.
Well,
like that.
that's also because the entire country's not on fire. I mean, the entire eastern seaboard of Australia was practically in flames.
I mean, the entire state of California was on fire there for a while too. So
I feel like I saw a picture and you could see it from space. Yeah, crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Look at that.
They said billions of animals have died.
Blackout and Shout covering current events.
Koalas were rendered functionally extinct.
Yeah?
No, endangered.
No, they said functionally extinct.
What does that mean? All the ones in the wild?
No, it's not that. It's just that it's going to be extremely difficult for their population to bounce back from this. So.
Do you know they hunt cats in Australia?
They hunt cats?
Well, yeah, because cats have overrun the country.
For real?
They get money for their pelts.
Like cats, like
domestic cats.
Oh, not like fucking mountain lions.
No, domestic
cats right
cats.
there. Yeah. Yeah, they hang them on the fence.
Fucking savages.
That's awful. But I understand it. I mean, their population is just ridiculous, and cats actually drive entire species to extinction. What, cats?
I remember.
Don't offer Levy any more fucking animals.
Like there was an island where cats got introduced, and they drove an entire bird species to extinction.
Cat Island.
But there's no name for it.
They drove an entire bird species to extinction. They hunted them to extinction because they're assholes. Cats are assholes.
Years ago, when I was living outside of Philly, there was a park, and I can't remember which. I don't know if it was Perkiomen Park or they hired sharpshooters to kill all the deer that would come into the park.
Yeah.
It's like they had fucking literally had I think a handful of snipers sitting there at night fucking taking out deer because there's such an overpopulation of deer in the area. Awesome.
You ever hear about the carnivorous deer?
Wasn't that in the Slither?
No. Well, I don't know about that, but no, there was actually, I can't remember where it was, but deer were actually eating birds.
Really?
Yeah. Like they would just came across a bird and just stomped on it and started eating it.
Wow. That's cool.
Or maybe it wasn't a bird. Maybe it was like a rodent or something. I think it might have been a rodent. I think maybe it might have. It might have been a rodent then. Come to think of it, yeah, I think it was rodents and stuff that they were just eating
like rabbits.
Yeah. You know what? I think it might have been rabbits.
Bambi and Thumper took a whole new turn.
Yeah, they fucking were eating us. I can't remember where this was. I think it was somewhere up in Canada.
One of the most disturbing things that I found out was that pelicans eat other birds.
I've heard that. Yeah,
they actually will go into like other nests and like eat the baby birds and just swallow them fucking whole.
Do you know that penguins can dive deeper than blue whales?
Did not know that.
Yeah. Where is this show going right now?
It's something
Nature Channel.
It's just something I saw last night. Because I've gotten into on YouTube. I've gotten into watching like videos that describe the scale of things.
Today we'll be talking about the penguins and the blue whales as they frolic through the blue ocean sky.
Did you know that the ocean is 1% whale ejaculate?
That's why they say it's salty.
No, but one was like showing like the scale of the ocean, and just how deep it goes and stuff like that. And so they were saying, going different milestones, like so many meters down was the lowest for free diving. That's recommended. And
everyone turned the show off by now because we're like teaching and they're learning education, and they're like, we're like throwing knowledge at you.
But yeah, so like blue whales go down to a specific depth, and then penguins dive deeper than they do. But they said that the pressure down there is so great, it's the equivalent of an elephant standing on a stamp.
You're nuts.
No, stamp. The pressure on the stamp is equal to...
I remember reading, because I had a report in high school that a wolverine's jaws actually clamp harder down than a great white shark's per pressure per pound.
I can believe that.
Per inch. Pound per inch.
Proportionally. Yeah, I can believe that.
Yeah.
Pound per square inch?
Yeah. Has more...
PSI?
Has more pressure wolverine bite than a great white shark.
Really?
So let's move on. Out of the whole nature.
What about
mutual Kincaid's Wild Kingdom?
I'm the only person that didn't say anything.
You're the one selling the insurance.
Yeah.
Where we at, Mike? Yeah, your turn.
Shout out to Vanessa for taking a fucking dog home, so I don't have to referee between the dog
More
and the cat
nature
for the rest
news.
of the show. Yeah.
When animals fight.
Fuck Jadeveon Clowney and the Seahawks right in their fucking asses.
Fuck them.
But seriously though, dirty hit. Am I right? Dirty hit.
Dirty fucking hit.
Dirty
Yes,
hit.
dirty hit.
I tried watching that play as not a homer, like not an Eagles fan, just like as objectively as I possibly could, and I couldn't see how that wasn't a dirty play. So the reason I thought of it is because when I went back and listened, I heard me shout out to the Eagles for beating the Seahawks, and I was like, "Fuck, I was wrong on that."
And the
one.
fucked up part was that he was all happy about getting away.
Well, yeah. Fuck him, dude. He is a fucking clown. He tried to kill Nick Foles last year. I don't know if you ever remember. Remember that shit when they played the Texans? When he was with the Texans, he's a fucking asshole. That dude. So I'm glad.
That helmet to helmet thing last year.
No, last year he speared him right in the fucking chest, like hit helmet straight in the fucking chest. And then he also face masked him. He had his fucking helmet turned all the way around on his head, and there was no flag on that one either. I just don't like that dude. I think he's a fucking Jo. But so I'm glad the Seahawks
Jo?
Jerk off.
Oh.
I'm glad the Seahawks got it handed to him by the
Wait.
Packers.
Why does jerk off get abbreviated, but the other words don't?
I don't know. Jo is just fun to say. Jo. Yeah, so fuck the Seahawks. If you're from Seattle, fuck your team.
Vikings lost.
Yeah, I was pulling for the Vikings.
Scone.
Scone.
You know, did you watch Now, I was happy they won for you, but when they beat the Saints, did you see the last play of that game?
I didn't watch that game.
There was a little bit of a push off on that one, and like Saints fans has got to be. And Tattoo Lee, I'll have to check in with us if he's still listening at this point, but because he's a Saints fan, and it's like, man, they just keep getting screwed by the refs every year. Because I think they put that rule in. They put that pass interference rule in because of the Saints, because of how they got fucked the year before that with the Rams game. Yeah. And then the last play of the Vikings game, like if you watch, man, your boy got away with one a little bit in the end zone. But
anyway,
I'm gonna tell you.
Them's the breaks.
I'm gonna tell you something that I've been holding on to.
Fuck Drew Brees.
I've been holding on to this for years and years and years. Probably like almost 20 years now, right? But do you agree with me or do you not agree with me that probably the most fucked over thing that ever happened?
The Raiders
got
the tuck rule.
Yes.
They made that shit up on the spot.
Yes.
And that whole terrible call.
It was in the books.
Yeah, it was in the books, my ass. I mean, it's a common sense thing. Like, dude, he's obviously not throwing the ball. He's putting it away. And not only did that cost the Raiders a possible chance to win one, it also started one of the most fraud-filled fucking dynasties of all time.
Absolutely.
And if you're in New England and you're listening, fuck your team too. I mean, we're going to alienate people. We may as well alienate everybody. But seriously, like if the Patriots, I mean, real talk, if the Patriots don't win that game and don't win that Super Bowl, who knows what goes on? Maybe they go back to Drew Bledsoe the following year.
Yeah.
The reason that Tom Brady stayed in was because he won the whole thing. And then, then who fucking knows what happens, man.
When I saw that, I was like, yes. I'm like, they're in the fucking, they're in the Super Bowl. And nope.
Yeah.
That was like fucking some bullshit rule.
That was some bullshit, man.
I was at a friend's wedding when that happened, because that happened in January sometime, and the guy that was the preacher, reverend, whatever that was married, was listening to the game in a fucking earpiece during the ceremony, and he was fucking yelling about it. And I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And he was like, "Fucking
like Homer Simpson."
Yeah.
In church, right?
Well, he was officiating.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah, right. Can you imagine if he was in the middle of doing it and was just like, fuck?
If there is any who believe that these two should not be married, speak now or forever hold your fuck.
He just steps up. Imagine he steps up to the podium and it happens. He's Jesus fucking Christ. It's like, wow, this guy's into it.
People in the back going, hallelujah. Amen, brother.
Testify, motherfucker.
It was when we were waiting for the bride to come up.
Yeah.
So we were all milling around on the front of the fucking the altar. So.
Yeah. You know what? Now that you say it, that's probably the most egregious, terrible call of all time, possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to think about it a little bit more.
The power is vested in me. It's good. It's good.
My Uncle Tony was in a band called Touchdown Jesus.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was because that fucking Jesus was standing there with
he showed me that little statue. Jesus.
Touchdown Jesus.
Yeah, so that's I don't have a whole hell of a lot of shout outs, I don't think.
You guys want to shout out the 10 bots 10 shots?
Well, yeah, that was more in the plug section. I was moving on. I'll do the plugs now. Yeah, 10 bots 10 shots. 10 shots 10 bots. I always say
so
that.
Is a shout out to yourself a plug?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly right. So we dropped that on the channel.
Watch the video.
I'm sure everybody that's listening to this now maybe probably already saw it. But if not, check out my channel on YouTube. And me and Levy. No, it's pretty good.
It's
I heard.
Wait, you thought this was the weakest out of all of them?
Yeah, I think this was the weakest one.
Why do you say that?
It's just more of the same, I thought.
Well, and which is exactly why we need to call it quits.
Yeah, when I was watching that, I was just like, I'm just kind of doing more of the same shit. Yeah, that I did last time.
Well, that's what we do when we get drunk. Yeah,
just
drunk.
laying in my chair, just giggling at nothing.
Dude, it's funny. Like every shot, you had to get a little bit lower, a little bit lower, and a little bit lower.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely had its moments. But it is more of the same. Like, once shot 5 or shot 6 comes around, and wheels start coming off, and and you see a lot of people are like, no, you can't end it, but you know what, we can end it.
You're gonna have to put in some of the deleted scenes though, because there's some stuff there you didn't include.
You know what? I'm going to tell you why I didn't include some stuff because it's weird because like either the cuts just made zero sense. Remember when you talked about shit in your pants in the first one?
No, I don't remember that.
And then I just put the scene in of us laughing, but nobody knew what we were laughing at.
Is that in the Zack Snyder?
That's not what we were laughing at.
Is that in the Zack Snyder cut?
Yeah. No, that is not what we were laughing at.
So
Mike's gonna start tweeting.
We were not laughing. We were not laughing about me shitting my pants.
Mike's gonna start tweeting like black and white snapshots from it. Release the Kincaid cut.
There was one. I probably should have put that one scene in, even if
release the shark cut.
Even if it would have made no sense. But at one point, he was in the middle of a review, and I left. And I took all my clothes off except for like my underwear, and I just came walking back in, and I sat at the chair.
He came running in with no pants on.
No, I had no shirt on or nothing.
He was just in his underwear.
But there was that, and there was like a couple.
I was waiting for that the whole time, and then like it never came up.
Yeah, because it was like there was no. I try to cut those so that even though it's all chopped up, it still makes chronological sense, and there was a few things that were kind of funny, but there was no way to really like time in the right way, so I just kind of left it out. But I could have put that at the end. I should have put that as an outtake.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's good. It's good that we ended on 3. We move on. Like, but you know what I do think though? Like we were saying, we're just gonna bag it and that's it. And people were like, "Oh no, you can't." I just think we need a different idea, like other than 10 shots, 10 bots, because then instead of us just being drunk again next year and acting the same way for a half an hour, we could maybe do something else. Although I did say maybe 10 pots, 10 shots if you're down. You might have to include a couple. Well, yeah, that's right, because we got a lot of those people. Yeah. You might have to include like Nate and Brother Kyle and a couple of people, man. Those people. Yeah, I said that on purpose.
What do you mean by you people?
What do you mean you people? So I don't know.
How about 10 shrooms, 10 something? 10 hits of acid. 10 hits of acid.
10 hits of acid.
That would be the last show,
dude. If we do
that one, the aftermath of that one will end with like ambulances.
If we do fucking 10 hits of acid, me and Levy might think that we're Arbalest and Kranix and go running out of the fucking room because Unicron's showing up.
Go jumping out the window. Kranix!
Yeah. I saw an article, by the way, about some. Yeah, right. Yeah, can you imagine?
You just jump out the window. Kranix!
Oh, let's look, it's Unicron.
Like he's out in the front lawn, like fighting off 10 cops while he's masturbating. It's like, all right, who wants to tackle the big Filipino, the big naked Filipino?
Not me, I'll tase him.
Oh shit! So yeah, go check out 10 shots, 10 bots. The ending was money.
3
was the ending
smoke.
Was the ending not money?
Oh yeah. I wanted to see the version of you guys doing it on the phone though too. Like when you're called and stuff. Like you didn't include like Nate or me, but you included like
I included
Tyler and
Tyler and Vanessa and yeah.
I like how they just hung up on you.
That was funny.
Yeah, so go watch that. Let's see. I hit 2,000 with the Reflector Files on Facebook and 1,500 on Instagram.
I thought you said 3,000.
No, 2,000.
Oh, okay.
Which was a pretty good jump. Instagram's crazy like that. Yeah. I forgot to comment on that. That's all the bill.
Do you know what I did too? I didn't put it in an animated GIF. I just took a still of it because I was hoping that you would just sit there looking at it, waiting for it to move.
I was. Because sometimes you got to click on them. Like sometimes
my plan worked.
Well, no, because it happened when I put that thing about it with the guy. So this guy on Instagram asked me how I can afford such a collection, and I told him I wear condoms.
Yeah.
And on that post, it didn't move. So it was just the girl, and the mom was sitting on the couch like this, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? And then when I came home and I looked at it on my computer, it was the one where the girl comes by and drop kicks the kid.
Yeah.
But it didn't. That was one that didn't move. So that's what I thought was going on with the Bill Murray one.
Or it's like where you have the actual animated GIF with the GIF spinning on the thing, and you're supposed to you keep hitting it, and it fucking doesn't play.
So yeah,
you knew what I meant.
Check out the Reflector Files on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. And what's your other Instagram or your other thing?
Oh, and Dragonstar.
Right.
Dragonstar Inc.
INK.
Yeah. On Facebook, Instagram. That's the t-shirt business. Oh, that's kind of a piece of important news. So I got my business papers and everything back from Harrisburg.
Oh, cool.
So I'm actually I have like a legit business now.
Oh, cool.
So
are you gonna fix appliances too?
No. But after we get done getting this move straightened out and get the addition put on and stuff like that, I'm gonna start looking into getting like my own printer and like actually doing all that shit on my own rather than doing it through somebody else.
Cool.
So yeah, so that's cool. Yeah. Well, I ain't got it like you, Jefferson. I'm a one-man show. Hauls. So I got a Go Shooter.
One-man show. Shout out to Vanessa.
I got a Go Shooter, which was the second last Grail that I was after. And
is it a Grail or a whale?
Yeah, either
or. Are they the same thing?
To me, they're the same thing.
Isn't a Grail only one thing, but a whale is like more than one?
Well, the whale, there was only one Moby Dick, wasn't there? That's where you get the white whale thing, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I did their interchangeables.
Okay. I didn't know if there was a certain
which is a lot better of a conversation and a debate to have than what constitutes being a fucking Grail, because that one gets.
I just saw one of those posts the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could get my Siege Thundercracker. That's my Grail. I'm like, what? It's a Walmart.
Should fucking just dress up as Indiana Jones and just go busting through the entire toy section and knock everything over and come out with the Thundercracker.
Just get the bag of sand and just swap it out on the counter.
I picked that up. Oh yeah, shout out to William Houck, or Bill. He goes by Bill. He's on Facebook and he's in a couple groups. But I met him at a RetroCon a few years ago, and it's weird. Like he's been like a kind of like a scout on the scout team, and he was responsible for finding the guy that had that Grandis that I was looking for forever. He found that for me. He also found this Ghost Shooter. And then after that, he said, which one you got left? The Double Clouder, right? It's like he's doing my collecting for me, which is kind of crazy. And I said, yeah, the Double Clouder. And he actually has a lead on a Double Clouder.
You should give him a finder's fee.
Yeah, well,
give him something.
He's actually, I invited him over on Saturday.
Doing all the head hunting for you.
Because he's a Philly Eagle Sixer Flyer fan and shit like that. We were going to hang out and watch the game. He's a Transformer fan too, obviously, but he actually got a lead on a Double Clouder.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So I might actually be
Will this be the end of an era?
It's the end. Yeah, it will be the end. Yeah. So that's wild shit,
at least for your G1 collection.
Yeah. So I'm psyched about that. So, and once I get that Double Clouder out of the way, then the only fucking, $500 I'll be spending at a time is when fucking Fans Toys releases City Bots. Excellent.
Wait, did you pay for Unicron? Did they charge you for that already?
They charged for Unicron as soon as
the campaign ended.
Made it. As soon as
okay, so yeah, so you had to pay for it up front.
So that's all up front. So that's good. Yeah. So I got the Go Shooter. I got the Sector or Sectorial, as me and Levy and a couple of guys used to call him back in the day.
Sectorial.
The big bad.
Oh, that was all you.
Exclusive.
I never called him that.
I used to have a red Festiva, and we nicknamed him Sector.
The Sector Mobile.
The Sector Mobile, and I would just take him out on the road and just run shit over.
When you guys say that, it makes me think of insectoids. What was that?
Sectors.
What was the name of the cartoon?
Sectors.
The bugs where they're flying around the bugs.
Yeah,
and shit.
and they were called Sectors.
Sectors. Sectaur.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I remember that show.
Yeah, and then they had little hand puppet bugs where you would put your hands in and Sectorial. That was Damien that came up with that.
Was it him or was it the Chiseler?
I'm pretty sure it was Damien because he's a sectorial with the combo.
Yeah, sectorial. It's like he's like buddies with him and shit, so he's got a nickname for him. Yeah, he was cool. I got the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. So
tell him what you got with it. The thing, the accessory you got with him.
Well, that wasn't the exclusive thing, but that did come along. Like that big dumb fatality that he had with
the crusher.
He sent that whole fucking thing with him, which I thought was pretty wild.
Yeah. Damien, it was funny when Mortal Kombat 3 came out. Like every week he would come in and it was like this different character was the new best character in the game.
Best character in the game, yeah.
Oh man, Shiva's best character in the game.
Did you guys see the video for the Joker?
Yes.
Mortal Kombat?
Yep.
No, I didn't.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised they put in a Batman Who Laughs skin for Noob Saibot.
Why?
So, well, it's just he's. Well, I mean, the character is a couple years old now, but you know, I would have figured they would have put someone in with a bit more mainstream appeal. You know. Well,
I mean, they're putting Spawn in, and he's kind of outdated. He doesn't have very much mainstream appeal anymore.
No, but I'm just talking about like for the skins and stuff. I would have expected they would have put someone in there who's probably a bit more well known amongst the general populace, because most people don't know who Batman Who Laughs is. The only people who know that is like nerds and freaking comic book readers and shit like that.
Nerds.
He said that with like a little bit of disdain, like he's not one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a nerd. I'm a geek.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, and then Jed just hooked me up with I have mine.
Tovash.
Oh, did he get you Colossus?
Jed just hooked me up with Cannonball, X-Force Cannonball, Marvel Legends.
Yeah, the worst Marvel Legend figure of the year last year.
It was on sale for $10.
you paid too much.
I like that character. Just because he has
the character.
Just because he has
figure's terrible.
Just because he has no legs doesn't mean that he's a bad character.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying he was the worst figure.
He's always blasting. He's like, how did Sam Guthrie always say? When I'm blasting, I'm invincible.
And he got me a Colossus and Juggernaut.
Yeah.
So I finally have a bad guy.
Yeah.
I didn't have any enemies yet up until this point.
You had the whole team fucking taking them on.
Yeah, great. So that's cool, man.
Yeah. I still like my Diamond Select version more.
Of
both of them, actually.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Well, the Diamond Select Colossus is almost pretty much like that way. He's just a bit taller. But
Juggernaut's like a fucking brick.
Yeah, but he doesn't really move all that well, does he? He doesn't have
he's just, that's what I'm saying. He's a brick. He's a solid fucking brick.
Not that one like moves with any great,
I mean, he's a Juggernaut. What articulation you really want him to do? A fucking web shooter pose, you know?
No. Yeah, man. That's the Juggernaut, bitch.
I mean, you can get a really nice running pose with him. With the Marvel Legends one, he'll balance on one foot and shit too.
You can get a running pose with the Diamond Select too.
Did anybody see the stop motion somebody did with the Golden Lagoon Magic Square Optimus as Michael Jackson in the Beat It video?
No.
Oh, dude, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Is it one of those like BBTS like advertising videos?
I don't know if it was by then. It was Dame Chalk posted it, but he didn't share it from anywhere. He just mirrored it from something, but I can't remember
check
what
it out.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at that at his page in a really long time.
It's only like 45 seconds long, but it's worth watching. Pretty good. So yeah, that's all I got haul wise. I got a couple detolfs. He said they weren't there last time you guys were here.
Yeah. And the lights, right?
And the lights. Yeah.
Yeah, he was working on those on Sunday.
And Brother Kyle hooked Vanessa up with War for Cybertron Shockwave in the left corner of her shelf.
Yep.
So that's cool.
There's a Creo there too.
Yeah. I think that's Mindwipe. I think it's Mindwipe. It looks like Mindwipe. I don't know. It's and I have she has a new character that she's into. She found out about Hellbat from the Leo Kaiser team.
Wow.
So, Valentine's Day.
Beast Wars.
Nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, you should show her Optimus Primal in his bat mode.
I did.
Oh, did you?
This is a G1 penis. And the only way to continue to get G1 penis is to stay out of the Beast Wars game.
That's a G1 extremist penis.
So that's it for me, gentlemen. We move on to the news, right?
Yeah. You guys ready?
Yeah.
And now the news. Don't touch that dime. So, I'm sure you heard, but Rocky Johnson died.
Yeah.
He was 75 years old. I didn't know this. He was in the Canadian Hall of Fame professional wrestler. Mm-hmm. WWF, Big Time Wrestling, the CWF, and he was also a trainer. And of course, dad to the Rock.
Rock Senior, man.
So, let's say what he died of, though.
He was one of the people that gave the Rock his name when he first started. because he took his because when he first started, he was Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
So-
Where did he get that name?
Maivia,
Yeah.
from his grandfather, Great Chief Peter Maivia.
Ah, okay.
So
I don't know. Like I said, it didn't say what he died from. You guys know?
No, I don't know.
I
I
don't
saw
know.
that it happened, but I don't know.
Let's see. Stan Kirsch died. He was 51. He was an American
Suicide.
actor. Yep. He was played Richie on Highlander the series, and he hung himself.
Jesus.
I looked at his IMDb page. It looks like he really wasn't working in acting for about 10 years.
Yeah.
So I guess that happens, man. Right?
Unfortunately.
Did if I remember right, did he become immortal at the end of the series? Or
No,
something
he
like that?
became immortal early on in the series.
It wasn't
Like after like
early.
the second or third season.
Okay, it must be after the third, 'cause when I stopped watching it.
When Duncan's first girlfriend died, Tessa,
The car accident,
the French blonde woman.
the car accident, right?
Yeah, but like she was kidnapped,
Yeah,
and he
that's when
saved her.
He was living on the barge, and then the next season he moved to someplace else, right?
Yeah, they
Okay.
were living in France, and like
Yeah.
he rescued her, and then Richie went to take her home or something like that, and I think they must have gotten in a car accident or something like that, and Richie and Tessa died, but Richie awakened as an immortal.
right.
So, but then Duncan ended up killing Richie towards the end of the series.
Did he?
Yes,
Did he turn bad?
yes, but that's not actually. I don't think he killed him then. I can't remember exactly when Duncan killed Richie. I think
you
Richie
watch that?
kind of went mad.
The Highlander series or the
Series
movie?
now.
Just a movie.
Yeah, I think Richie kind of went mad and like kind of made Duncan kill him. I can't remember. So, but there was a time like because like Duncan, because he had been taking so many evil quickenings for such a long time, it finally started affecting him and shit. And like he attacked Richie, but I don't think he killed Richie when he was in that state. So
Kind of remember that. It's been so long since
I like that series. I thought the series was pretty good. I mean, I think it jumped the shark at the end, as a lot of series do. But
Yeah.
the movie was kind of meh.
Endgame.
Yeah, the one with Connor and Duncan. See, the problem with Highlander is like so many times it just it rewrote its own continuity.
Yeah.
and it had no consistency.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the first movie, Connor won the prize, but
Yeah.
then like in the third movie, no, there was like these three guys stuck in a cave, so you didn't really win the prize. And we ignore the second movie altogether.
Do you know there's supposed to be like a reboot with Ryan Reynolds
Oh, for Christ's sake.
of him being a Highlander?
Really?
Yeah, that's been in production for years. It's been stalled and all that stuff. There was a cartoon too.
Yep. And it took place in the future, like in like an apocalyptic future.
Yep.
So
Just like the second movie.
yeah, and they were aliens from a planet called Zeist.
Zeist. That's it.
And Ramirez came back. Juan Villalobos Sanchez
bastard.
Ramirez.
It was. I think someone said that they had a flow chart and they had like Sean Connery's career moments. It was like going up and up and a bit. Like Highlander 2 came up and his brother's was actually higher than his at that point. And this is really fucked up sad news too. This actually made me really sad when I heard about it. Josh, I think, posted in the chat. But yeah, Neil Peart died. He was 67.
Yeah, man.
Drummer Rush, man. He
It was
was
sad. And he had, brain cancer, I think.
Yeah.
he
I heard
had glioblastoma. I don't know. I didn't pronounce that right, but yeah, brain cancer. But he had that. He started succumbing to that right after their last album in the 90s, which was Test for Echo.
Yeah.
That was their last time, and that's when he started, seeing the effects of it and shit like that. So
Yeah, it's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
Rush is one of them bands, like, especially among musicians. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a huge Rush fan. I like him, but he was a pretty amazing drummer. And every fucking drummer I know is at least somewhat influenced by Neil Peart.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rush.
Yeah, and you can always tell a really big Neil Peart fan because they're playing a fucking 85-piece kit.
they have like 1,000 of those like wooden clamshells for them.
Yeah, right. What are you gonna do with all that shit? Yeah,
The chimes.
yeah.
Like gong.
Like, you know what? Your boy Pat, he used to show up with all these fucking pieces. And Neil Peart actually played all that shit.
I was around and he was in the band when he bought that kit.
Yeah.
Off of another friend of ours, Travis. And that was a 12-piece set kit.
It was
I think.
humongous. And I remember when he showed up the first time. He's a tall dude. He's taller than me. Like, he's like 6'3". And you can see him from like the eyebrows up after he put the whole fucking thing together.
8, 9, 10 piece. Yeah, it was a 10 piece, and there was like four cymbals, a hi-hat, and a ride.
Yeah.
That was a fucking... I had to drag that shit to Liberty School up those fucking stairs.
If I was the Miyagi of drummers and Pat was my Daniel son, Pat's son, I would take all his drums away except for the snare, the bass, and a hi-hat, and I'd be like, learn how to fucking play those three first.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you an extra piece after that.
Travis came over the one day when Pat wasn't there. I think I told this story right, but he came over the one day when Pat wasn't there after he bought this drum set, and he went to play it, and he was like, "Oh man, this is all out of fucking all whack." So he took the key and he fucking tuned up every head and played that fucking thing like it was beautiful what he was playing. And then Pat came back and he started playing, "Who touched my drum set?" I'm like, "Say, Travis came over, he tuned it up for you. It's all wrong." I'm like, "Oh no." I looked over at Gary and we just shook our heads, and he spent like the next half hour untuning everything that was fucking done to it.
Hey Pat, can I ask you a question? Are you sure you're a drummer? Do you think maybe you might be a bass player, maybe?
The best time ever was when I bought him a Metrodome to follow, and he couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, metronome. Oh yeah,
I paid $10 for electric.
He probably
Metrodome.
Scoffed at it.
He
too.
got mad.
Yeah,
he's like, "It's not how drummers learn." I'm like, "Okay."
No, that's exactly how drummers learn. That's how you should learn a metronome.
Yeah.
I'm not even a musician, and I know that's not true.
Nah, you a singer, Levy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You want me to bust the guitar out? We'll do a little tune real quick.
No.
A little something.
No.
Huh?
Yeah, when I told my friend Tom that the singer would sing out of key and the drummer would play out of time.
You're playing with the Green Brothers?
He said that's not a band, that's a stand-up act. It's true, right? Definitely not Van Halen, that's for sure.
No, man. You had Alex and Eddie, you know. You had fucking Vinnie Paul and Dimebag, you know, and then you had Jerry and Pat.
I remember when his mom got all mad at me because we kicked him out of the band. And she was proclaiming how great of a drummer he was and how he's going to do such great things in the future.
Yeah, the greatest thing he could ever do in music is quit playing the drums. I like how we've taken this Neil Peart death scenario and used it to completely crush Pat.
You take the greatest drummer of all time that you know to the worst drummer of all time that you know. It's like two bookends, you know.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, Neil Peart, one of the greats, no doubt.
Yeah. I think he is the greatest. Who do you think's better than Neil Peart? You gotta remember, Neil Peart like wrote almost all that music.
Yeah, it's a loaded question because I think that there's like just different.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you could go like to like jazz drummers and like, you know, different genres of music.
Like feel wise, you could say even, you know, like John Bonham even, you know, was a fucking fantastic drummer. Maybe not quite as technical as Neil, but Neil Peart was definitely like a technical. You know, it's the difference between a progressive rock band and just like your, you know, regular like.
Yeah, I'm not just talking like straight up speed or anything like that. I mean, it was just overall all around like talent.
Yeah, no doubt.
Music creating, drumming, you know, everything.
As a three piece, especially, they were, you know, a very impressive band, and he was, you know.
I didn't know that he wrote the lyrics for Spirit Radio and Tom Sawyer.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was all Getty.
You know what, Tom Sawyer, even though it's been played on the radio a billion times, like every time I hear that song, it's just a bad song, man. It's a badass song.
I always can't. How do you pronounce Alex's last name?
I pronounce it Lifeson.
Lifeson? Is that Life? Okay.
I don't know if I'm right or not.
I always fuck it up. That's how I say it too.
I saw I can't remember what website I saw, but they put a bunch of pictures of Rush and shit like that. It says something about how Geddy Lee is like, yeah, the pictures of Geddy Lee really don't do him any justice because they look exactly like him. Yeah, great band though.
All right, let's move on to the trailers. Levy, your favorite.
Oh,
Morbius.
I was waiting this whole podcast to hear. I
put it up in the first one because I want to see what Levy thought of it.
Oh, fuck Morbius.
Why is it that you hate Morbius?
Fuck that pig-nosed vampire.
But why?
He's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, but you never tell us why. You just tell us that you hate him and then he sucks.
Dumb. He looks dumb. And the Spider-Man cartoon, like he couldn't say, you know, what was it the word blood?
Oh,
he had to say he craved plasma, and he had these like suckers on his hands.
Was it hemoglobin or something weird like that too?
I don't know. I just know, like he said, that he would have to. He say, "I crave plasma."
Well, that was
and he had the suckers on his hands.
That was probably for kids because they didn't want.
And then
kids running around saying I crave blood.
Yeah. No, but even in the comics, he looks so fucking stupid.
Well, it's like his face rotted away, and that's all that's left of his skull. All the
no,
cartilage is
it's
gone.
not even that. It was a pig nose. His nose was turned up. It was like this. It just looks so fucking dumb.
But that's what bats look
I
like.
fucking hate Morbius. He's such a fucking asshole.
What about Jared Leto? Do you like Jared Leto?
He's all right.
Well, how old is Jared Leto?
Oh,
Gotta be pushing 50, right?
He's as old as us, isn't he?
Yeah.
I thought he was like 45 or something like that. You got a computer? Look it up.
Yeah.
Internet.
Good idea.
Yeah, but
Reason I'm asking is like,
To the internet.
yeah, like you know, if that's not inspiration to hit the fucking gym, he's all fucking jacked up and shit, man, and he's like an old fucking geezer.
Jared Leto's that old.
Oh, speaking of old geezers, I have to rewind for just like 15 seconds to my shout outs and plugs and hauls for a second. We called Tyler.
That's like 15 minutes ago. Actually.
Yeah. Did I say 15 seconds?
Yeah.
I meant four 15 seconds, not.
Oh.
We called Tyler, and you know how Tyler's always busting our balls and calling us fucking old geezers and all that shit?
Yeah.
Motherfucker was in bed by midnight on a Saturday.
Yeah, probably because he had to work. He has like shift.
Oh, does he work the fall?
He does swing shift.
He works weird ass. Okay.
Yeah.
I bet you feel like a real piece of shit now, don't you?
Nah.
Or he gets up like at 5 o'clock or earlier than that to go to work.
All right, but anyways.
Some people don't do graphics, Michael.
Yeah, well, you know.
Tell him, Jefferson.
Yeah, seriously, it's work for a living.
They don't just go to their job.
Yeah.
They actually work.
Yeah.
Jared Leto's 48 years old.
48. Okay.
Damn, I got to start doing some more fucking push-ups, man.
Not those pussy wall push-ups you've been doing either.
Nah, I'm fucking.
Get off those
Oh,
knees.
listen to this guy. He's gonna bust my balls. He used to come over and do chair yoga, or chair insanity. When I was up there doing the insanity, he's doing chair insanity. That ain't no fucking lie. He's like
Jefferson, you're probably the type of guy to buy a Wii and just kind of put your foot on the fucking thing and go like this and while you're eating a fucking donut or something.
Yeah, he's bowling from the couch and shit.
I'm bowling like this.
That's what they do. Him and Gurman like bust my ball. He started calling me Ward Cleaver because Vanessa and DJ are moving in and shit. And he called me Ward Cleaver. And it's like, but you don't get laid like for months at a time and you fight with your girl all the time. And he's like the dude that's like a bald headed dude that makes fun of my haircut.
Oh, Levy. Speaking of which, look. Ooh, I got
there it is.
I got a mohawk eye.
There was there's a YouTube channel called Mr. Sunday Movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever watch those?
No.
They have a podcast too, The Weekly Planet, and they had a video for like the worst haircut in movies, and it was Hawkeye.
It was Hawkeye?
Yeah, I sent you the link. I forgot to send it to you, but they were just talking about how fucking stupid it was. They're like, after how did he say it? Like after his family came back at the end of Avengers, he's like,
made him get a haircut.
Didn't any of his family go? What happened to your hair? Why?
This is the mohawk though. Didn't see anything weird about it.
They called the something on the back. It was like a hawk mullet or a hawk cullet or something like that because it was like this tough,
A mullet hawk.
Mullet hawk. Yeah, it was like
mullet
right on the
hawk?
back. No, they call it a different word. But it
Yeah,
was
I
like,
made sure I got mine faded when it got to the back. Yeah.
You just look like an old angry lesbian.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Tyler called you?
Yeah, but that's not even offensive because I am an old angry lesbian. Honestly, you know.
But why? I'm a woman trapped in a man's body.
My dad refuses to acknowledge it. Like I texted him a couple times about it and he won't answer me, but then I'll text him about something else and he'll answer me. And then I'll text him again about the mohawk and he ignores me. It's crazy. Did you ever hear the story about the Seven Dust story? I was in the car with him. I was taking him somewhere and I put Seven Dust on. I specifically subject him to metal and shit like that. When
That isn't one of the cartoons that you made, right?
What's that? No.
Okay.
That was the car rental thing.
Oh, okay.
But I put Enemy on by Seven Dust, and like 90 seconds into the song, he looked over at me and he said, "You're going backwards in life." But anyways, back to Morbius.
Yeah.
So
you liked the trailer, Lenny?
yeah, he loved it.
You guys can go see that on Valentine's Day.
When is that movie coming out?
I don't know. I didn't. It was in the trailer. I figured somebody might have kept notes on that, except me. So
I had a question while I was watching the trailer, and then I think it was kind of sort of half answered at the end. But my initial question was, well, is this going to be part of the Marvel universe in any way? But then they showed Michael Keaton at the end, and he was he the Hobgoblin or Green Goblin?
Vulture.
Oh, the Vulture. That's right. He was the Vulture.
Adrian Toomes.
And that was the Tom Holland Spider-Man, was it not?
Well, here's the thing that I read.
I
about
heard
that.
it was
the poster. Go ahead.
I heard it was the Raimi Spider-Man suit.
No, so the poster is actually a screenshot from the video game with the Raimi suit on.
Okay, yeah.
Because everybody was making an ass out of the poster.
Which is what?
It's because it's not even part of
Tobey Maguire suit.
Oh, okay. So that's...
But it's not even part of the continuity at all. Like, because it's a video game poster with a murderer on it that's from the last Spider-Man movie because he got accused of murdering Mysterio. Mm-hmm. But it's a screenshot from a completely different continuity, which is the video game, in a different suit, which is part of the Raimi trilogy.
But they specifically put Keaton at the end there was a point to that.
Well, his role is unknown right now.
Yeah,
They don't know
what it is.
Well, it maybe not. We don't know.
It's 100% going to be. It's going to be. I have a feeling that Sony's going to have their own characters that are somehow going to dip into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But when vice versa comes around, like if there's another big event, I don't think you're going to see those Sony characters pop up in, like, say, an Iron Man movie.
You're talking Morbius and Venom.
Yeah, I think they're going to do their own Sinister Six thing the way they wanted to do it before.
Yeah.
Because the next Venom coming out, they're going to have Carnage.
Right?
And they're most likely going to have Tom Holland as Spider-Man in that movie.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that they're just building up for like that's going to be their Avengers, Endgame type of crossover movie, is where they're going to bring all these different characters together for like a Sinister Six.
There was a bunch of good guys in that Sinister Six thing. Wasn't Darkhawk part of that? No?
The Sinister Six?
No.
Sinister
was like
maybe that was the Revenge of
closest
Sinister
good guys would be Sandman and Hydra Man. Nah, man, Sinister Six there's actually a Sinister 12.
Not. I wasn't saying Darkhawk was.
There was like a Sinister 600, wasn't there?
I don't. Maybe that might have been like after when they did the whole multiverse thing, but
for some reason,
12.
I thought he teamed up with Spider-Man, Darkhawk.
Well, see who the original.
He probably did.
It was Vulture, Sandman, Doc Ock, Mysterio, I think. Chameleon.
Shocker?
There was some shitty one in there. The
Shocker?
Nah, dude.
No, he was.
Not his name.
Did Sony and Disney or whoever had to work stuff out?
Electro? Did you mention Electro?
Electro. Yeah, there's been a whole bunch of different variations of Sinister Six. So
yeah, but that was the original lineup.
The original has somebody in it that I didn't think that was right. I'll have to go back and look.
I'm looking forward to Morbius, man.
Yeah, vampire.
Yeah, I just I want to see some more. I want to see some more. Like I just like again like the New Mutants, which I'm sure we're going to talk about in a minute.
Yeah.
I like the whole horror genre being introduced into the superhero genre.
The only thing I didn't like about that trailer is when he was showing his powers and stuff. It was like really pastel, colorful stuff. Like when he caught the apple or whatever.
Yeah,
and there was purple flying through the hallway. That was really.
Now I don't remember a ton about Morbius in the comics, admittedly, because it's been a while. But it really seemed to bite off of the whole Spider-Man trope, like. I got bit by bats and I have all these bat powers. I have echolocating and all that shit.
Yeah.
Is it a radioactive bat?
But like, was that how it was in the comics? You remember?
Yeah.
Is that it was the same type of thing?
No, I thought he was doing experiments.
It was always like that. The lizard was that because he didn't have an arm. He lost his arm, so he's trying to grow his arm back.
Yeah.
So he experimented with fucking lizard DNA and shit.
Yeah.
Morbius experiment. He had the whole fucking blood disease, so he was experimenting with vampire bats and shit to get that.
Okay, yeah. Oh, but like he didn't get bitten by like a radioactive bat.
No, he was a scientist.
Yeah. And
he was using it to try to cure himself, just like Doc Connors. Same
in the comic you're talking about.
In the comic.
Okay, because he did get bit by a not radioactive bat, but he got bit by a bunch of bats.
He was bit by a bat pig hybrid.
Yep. he was bit by a bat at the same time Kevin Bacon was sucking his dick.
Wow.
And Kevin Bacon was also radioactive.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of Spider-Man villains that are kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Scientific experiment gone wrong or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm glad, Levy, that you liked it a lot.
Yeah.
You're ready to go see it. Pay a lot of money to go twice, maybe. Go see it right after. Just go to the show and go to the show right after.
We should drug him with the date rape drug and duct tape him to the chair and we'll bird box him. This is how you watch Morbius.
Wow.
I bet you he liked the trailer. He just won't admit it.
Masturbated 7 times during the trailer.
Jared Leto.
You got me.
All right, moving right along. Bloodshot. That was one of your cowboys, right?
But it could have been. Okay, so
surprisingly, he's not our Liefeld character.
Surprisingly, that's true.
He sounds like a Liefeld character.
does.
Sure.
Yeah.
He came from, now refresh my memory on Valiant Comics and Bloodshot. Was Rai the samurai? Rai, is that how you pronounce it? Rai. He also had the red dot on his chest. And him and Bloodshot were somehow related in one way or another. I think Bloodshot was from the future.
I'll be upfront with you, and I will tell you straight up front, I never read those comics.
I read a bunch of that shit when it came out. Harbinger and Exo Manowar. Exo Manowar was really cool, by the way.
I collected some of that stuff. No, wait, that wasn't. Was that Valiant? Was there like a team of 4 people that were elementals or something? Air, earth, water, fire. It was like a Fantastic Four type of thing.
I know of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I don't remember.
No, wait. What was the comics? I'm thinking of a different publisher. Who was the one that did like Bucky O'Hare and Cyberpunk? And
that was in Dark Horse, was it?
No, it wasn't Dark Horse.
Vertigo. That was DC's offshoot.
No, it wasn't Vertigo. Now? No, maybe not now.
I remember the Valiant shit kind of popping off around the same time that all the Image things, all that Image stuff was happening, and I remember Rai. He was like the samurai, and he was like Bloodshot. Bloodshot came out after that, and I think they explained that Bloodshot was like a future version of this Rai samurai character.
You know more about it than I do. So
Exo Manowar and
where did Witchblade come from?
Witchblade was Image.
Top Cow.
Yeah,
that's right. That was.
Dale Keown? No.
That was it was the my most favorite X-Men artist.
Oh, Mark Silvestri.
Yeah, Mark Silvestri.
Yeah.
He did Witchblade and
Wetworks.
The Darkness.
Was that Silvestri?
Yeah.
Wetworks was Will Portacio.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Silvestri was Cyberforce. That's right. Will Portacio did Wetworks.
And the Pit, right? No, that was Dale Keown.
Yeah, Pit was Keown. So
flashing our comic book knowledge.
Sam Keith, Max.
Yes.
That popped in my brain for some reason.
Which one of you got? You're not you don't like Sam Keith's artwork? Is that you?
No, I do not like Sam Keith's artwork.
Yeah, me too. I'm with
so
you.
Good.
I liked it.
No,
when he did Ghost Rider and Venom and all that stuff, the Marvel Comic Presents was so good.
I didn't like his style. Him, Jay Lee didn't like his style.
Oh,
you don't like Jay Lee?
I love Jay Lee's style, man.
Really?
No.
It was
even the G.I. Joe.
Actually, I like that. I like that comic. I thought that was. I thought that was really well done because just like the heavy, dark.
Yeah,
like contrast between light and shadow and stuff. But I just don't like his superhero work.
Didn't Jay Lee start the Namor reboot back then?
Yes,
that was really good too. Yeah,
Jay Lee was like that. Who's that other guy? Teixeira, Mark Teixeira. Remember his artwork?
Yeah,
Jay Lee was like
Teixeira. Yeah,
him on
Mark
steroids.
Teixeira, I don't like.
Well, no, I love his work on Ghost Rider.
I think Jay Lee did what Teixeira was trying to do, but Jay Lee did it well. That's what, in my opinion. I know you don't.
No, see, I liked his work on
Mark
Ghost Rider.
Teixeira is just blocks. He just draws fucking squares for people. And that's it. Mark Teixeira.
Do you know he did that Transformers cover from Marvel Comics? It was like issue 3 where the Decepticons are all flying in on the Autobots, and the Autobots are looking up at them, and they're like, I'll pull it up and show it to you. But that was a Mark Teixeira cover.
Who's the artist that did a lot of the Batman covers for Nightfall? He had the Batman with the really ridiculously long ears and the giant fucking bubbles for the rib
Oh
cages.
yeah, who was that guy?
He's terrible. Kelly something, right?
I don't know.
And Lewis knows who I'm talking about because he can't stand his work either.
Did he do the Ezra limited series?
Maybe.
Same guy?
He also did like the I think like the Vampire Batman stuff. Let me see who did it.
That was like the mid 90s when a lot of artists were getting pulled into the main lines because all the good artists left.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
What was his name?
I didn't collect a lot of DC back then, and that was right when I got out.
Kelly Jones. That was his name. He's the guy that did this artwork. Look at Bane's ribcage.
Yeah.
So it looks like fucking bubble wrap.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
It
shit.
looks like fucking bubble wrap, dude. He's terrible, man.
Yeah, but I don't. But see, this is
look up who did the Ezra limited series.
With artwork like his and like Sam Keith's, them dudes ain't shooting for reality. Those guys are purposely shooting for some kind of weird style.
I know, but that just looks dumb. Look at that. But
it's like Scotty Young. They all have their own style. And
I think that this Kelly Jones did the cover for the Azrael stuff. I don't think he did the interior work for it though.
There was a really good piece of artwork that Casey Kohler posted today on Twitter. It like broke the fourth wall, and it was really good. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. It was a jazz signing.
Well, that's cool.
Autograph.
That's really cool.
Oh shit, that is cool. He's good, man. Casey Kohler's good.
Yeah. You know Casey Kohler is drawing My Little Pony now?
Is he really?
Yeah, he's doing like the My Little Pony comic series.
No shit.
And it looks good. It looks really good. So
Yeah, I was always a Jim Lee man. So from that era.
Do you remember when I shared that picture of like the dark My Little Pony doing they're all dead thing, like the Shockwave parody?
Cool.
That was
him.
Casey Kohler, because he was
Sure. And actually,
Like, that's him.
yeah.
See, that doesn't look like any of his stuff that he did on Ghost Rider, because his stuff on Ghost Rider was like
well, yeah, it's because he draws squares, so it's perfect for him to draw fucking robots.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about, squares and stuff, because his
style is all blocks.
not in Ghost Rider. His stuff,
Yeah,
his stuff on his stuff on Ghost Rider was.
We went from
not that
when
at
he
all.
would do all. You talking about all the covers that he had text, Arctex Hair, yeah. It was all like
he did all the Danny Ketch and Ghost Rider stuff up until like I can't remember what issue, but
you know whose artwork I couldn't stand?
The early stuff that he did for Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider 1 and on up, those were good.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about all the other crap that he did, like Punisher and stuff like that. I didn't like a lot of
John
stuff he
Romita
did.
Jr. Remember that?
Can't stand
I hate
Punisher
JRGR.
Terrible fucking
I
artwork,
hate that
dude.
stuff. I like Punisher Warzone in the beginning, but not. I hate JR's fucking art.
Yeah, I'm not that.
That's
one
real
either.
fucking square fucking shit too.
Right.
He did Daredevil, like a Daredevil Year One thing that looked like crap.
see like
That's good stuff.
Yeah, his
his
Ghost Rider
early work like that from the late 80s, early 90s.
Well, that's
not
what I'm
the
talking
late.
about.
No,
His
not
Ghost Rider stuff.
The later stuff sucks. So
I never read his other stuff. I'm just talking about his Ghost Rider stuff that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
His Ghost Rider stuff was on point.
So let's go back to Bloodshot, right? So Mike, you know more about Bloodshot than I do. So was he? He's a resurrected samurai or something like that?
Well, I don't know if they're going to use it to tie him into Rai at some point. But I mean, I know you say I know more about it than you do, but that was my little bit of limited knowledge that I just gave you was really all I can remember.
It's more than me.
Yeah.
Bloodshot.
Well, no, from what I read about
Bloodshot and Dragon Ball Z are about the same tier.
Yeah.
no, from what I read about Bloodshot is like he was a guy who I can't remember now. I think he was turned into an assassin unknowingly. He's got like nanites in his blood or whatever.
That's ringing a bell.
Heal him and give him superhuman powers and stuff. But like they would erase his memory like every time he would go out, like come back from a mission or something like that. I think.
Sounds like a cross between Wolverine and Universal Soldier.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that because I read about it when I saw the first trailer, and I just don't recall it all that well.
So that's Rai, the samurai, and then there's Bloodshot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the same like.
And they're from the same company, Valiant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure they're related. Actually, they are. I just can't remember how they all tie in. It's been a long time. Yule could probably fill us in on that one.
I'm sure Josh and you are both screaming right now.
That's what people like about our show. It's a fill in the blanks type of thing. It's like ad libs. You know,
Or
like
Mad Libs.
These guys don't know anything, so we can all yell at the computer when we hear it.
Let's move on. The Birds of Prey trailer. Yeah.
I'm not much for DC.
I mean, I love DC. I'm just not a fan of the DC movies. But
after watching all the Harley Quinn cartoon stuff, did it kind of that trailer leave you like wanting it to be more like that?
Yeah, I think so, because the Harley Quinn show is amazing.
I didn't really. I have no interest in that movie whatsoever.
Well, the only thing I'm interested in is Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Huntress.
Yeah, she was in Gemini Man.
Yeah.
So it's funny how she can chameleon herself between like being a teenager to a 40-year-old woman.
Well, she's got that look.
Yeah.
But I always liked Mary Elizabeth Winstead. She always seemed like that girl next door kind of thing that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Let's bounce back like to the last section real quick.
Bloodshot.
Generally, the characters published by Valiant inhabit a shared universe continuity. Characters appear or are referenced in each other's books. For example, there is a very definite connection between Rai and Bloodshot. Bloodshot's silicone-based nanite-powered blood flows through Takeo Kinishi's veins. The last Rai grants him some of Bloodshot's memory and all of Bloodshot's powers. Oh, so I guess Rai came after him.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. So there's that. That's the connection. Or at least a short version. But yeah, anyway. So Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and Margot Robbie does a good Harley Quinn. But I've seen it already in thing, and just like I'm just not really overly excited about the movie. I want to be.
I put off watching Suicide Squad for months and months, and I finally watched it the one time on like a lazy Sunday. It was okay. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. It's a popcorn movie, but
like my biggest problem with this movie is that's not Birds of Prey.
It's just Harley Quinn and friends.
Yeah, well, the Birds of Prey is a specific group of people. It was Oracle, it was Huntress, and it was Black Canary, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
you remember the TV show?
Yeah, I remember the TV show. She actually had a cameo in Crisis.
Did you watch all those, by the way?
Crisis? I watched it.
Did you watch all of them?
Yeah, we finished it this week.
What did you think about the cameo? Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, spoilers, by the way. I thought it was just purely fan service and didn't serve the story.
I have it part of it. It's part of the news, so we'll touch on it.
It was
later.
meh. It was all right. It was
bad. The whole crossover was bad.
Well, yeah, no, I just didn't care for the thing. April and I were both just kind of railing at it because it was like the acting was so bad.
At least you didn't get any more Brainiac.
Oh, I know, right? Oh God! Every time I heard that guy talk, I wanted to stick a fork in my ear. But yeah, I just didn't like this. I thought it was just like, I don't mind fan service, but I also like fan service when it does service the story. Mm-hmm. A lot of the fan service in this didn't service the story. It was just put in there,
just like Star Wars.
Yeah, it was just put in there just to get a pop from the fans, and it's like, okay, that's fine. It was not good. Mm-mm. I didn't care for it. Nope. I know some people that did like it. I know some people that really liked it. Mm-hmm. I just did not.
I'm still rooting for John Diggle to get a
Green Lantern.
Yeah. At least they kind of showed that a little bit.
Yeah, but those were clips from the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Right. Well, that's all they had. So
yeah.
It's not like
HBO Max is doing their Green Lantern series, and supposedly it is supposed to be part of the CW verse.
I guess we'll find out.
So
let's move on to the next one. Lock and Key.
What was I watching there? It said it was based on a graphic novel.
Lock and Key?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. If you haven't read it, which I'm sure you guys haven't read it, it's written by Joe Hill, who is Stephen King's son. And it is really, really good. And I have all the volumes up on Jetflix if you want to download them and watch them.
Yeah, I saw them there.
Speaking of, did you pull all the Zoids down? You got to pull them down. Yeah. Levy pulled them down. You know what?
I'll do them right now. Actually, I'll do them right now.
Yeah, see, like the reason it was taking me a while.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. Pull them down, see?
Yeah, see? Yeah. You just said, "Meh, see?"
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I did. I'll go back.
I said, "Yeah,
go back and check.
see."
No, you said, "Meh, see?"
Meh, see. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with saying "meh, see."
Anyway,
one of these things.
The reason it was taking me so long to pull them down is because the way I was doing it, because I put them on my phone.
30 gigs.
No, that has nothing to do with it. I mean, I was able to pull an episode down in like 10 seconds. No, the for Chaotic Century, the episodes, you didn't see the numbering in the titles because they were truncated. The files were truncated on my phone, so I couldn't tell what number the episodes were. Because every time that still didn't do anything.
Still didn't? Oh, okay.
No. Every time I would download an episode, when I would back up, it would go back out to the list at the very top. So I'd have to scroll down.
Do you have a laptop or a desktop at home?
Yeah.
I should use that.
No, I wanted it on my phone.
No.
I wanted them on my phone so I
can
download
them to your desktop and then put them on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just download them right to my phone. That way I can cast them to my TV.
Why don't you just download the whole... I put them in the Zoids directory. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you could download just the whole directory one shot.
Well, because I don't know how much space is on my hard drive, and I
thought you said that wasn't a problem, 30 gigs.
Yeah, on my phone.
Oh. You don't have 30 gigs on your hard drive? On that home?
Not on my laptop. I don't know if I have that to spare. That's like a 10-year-old laptop.
Too much railroading, huh?
Yeah. No, it's a 10-year-old laptop. I don't know how much space I have. I haven't even looked to see how much space I have left on it. And then I can't
right-click on the properties of the drive and see how
I didn't bother looking, dickhead.
I was wondering how long it would take before you get frustrated with me and I
can't ever get on my desktop because April's using that now because she still hasn't gotten her computer fixed.
She's railroading as well.
She still hasn't gotten it fixed?
She still hasn't gotten the graphics card replaced yet.
Why don't you put it in?
Huh? Why? Because I can't freaking figure out how to pull the thing out.
Really?
Pull it right out.
No, there's just it doesn't pull right out. There's a screw or something in there, and I can't find it, and I'm not gonna fuck with it.
Damn, that sucks.
So,
better call appliance fucking service. What's that number again, Jefferson?
But anyway, suffice it to say, I had to download the episode one at a time, and each time I did it, I had to count out the number of episodes to do each one until I figured out I did find out there was an easier way to do it, where if I opened it up into a new window, I could download it back out and it'd go right back to the screen where I was just at, and I could just hit the next arrow. And so now I was able to do it real quick.
That's cool.
And then the New Century Zero episodes where I could see the numbering of the episodes, so I was able to do that real quick too. So, but it's just like for a while there, downloading the Chaotic Century stuff was just such a pain in the ass. I was only doing like 4 episodes at a time before I just got irritated and just said, "Fuck this, I'll do it."
Cool.
But
so long story short,
I'm also gonna need you to get the.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in on Saturday.
Superman comics. Thank you for putting up the.
I wanted you to get those
Superman stuff. But I'm also going to need the Adventures of Superman and Action Comics.
So you want all the crossovers with him?
Well, yeah, because I'm reading, because I was reading issue, I think it was number 5.
And it pops over to the other ones.
Yeah. With the dark side, when they went into Apocalypse. And I'm like, I'm expecting like the story to continue in the next issue. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? And I thought I missed an issue here. I'm like, what the hell?
I foresaw this dilemma, and I already pulled down a page of all the issues that I have to pull down. So that's just a pain in the dick.
If I can get those, that'd be great.
For a guy that doesn't believe in pirating,
he's certainly putting a lot of requests.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to Lock and Key.
Yeah.
Lock and Key is a great graphic novel.
Yeah.
And if you guys haven't seen it, you should download it on Jetflix Plus.
I don't believe in piracy.
No. Just put up a tutorial on how to do it. You should get it and read it. They're really good. So, like I said, Joe Hill writes it. He's the son of Stephen King. It's really, really, really good.
So it's not as Harry Potter-ish as it seemed to appear in the trailer.
No, not at all.
No,
it's
well, the show might be, but not the.
I would say that it's a cross between horror and adventure.
That's not. I'm sorry. That's not how the trailer came across at all.
True. I think they're trying to pull people in, but hopefully they'll keep some of the aspect of it. But there's some pretty dark shit in the comics or the graphic novels. I read, I think it was the first 4 trade paperbacks, first 4 volumes. I think there's 8 or 9 or something like that, or I forget how many are. But it's really good. What I read so far, it's really good character development. It's a really good story. It's very unique. It's not the normal typical type of comic book story stuff.
Right.
Definitely not. House with a Clock in the Walls or fucking Harry Potter or any of that shit at all. So, and last but not least, New Mutants, man.
Yeah, so it's actually going to come out. That was a little unexpected, wasn't it? Very unexpected.
Maisie Williams looks so young in that movie.
Well, it's 2016, I think they filmed that shit. So, they were going to bury that. And then after the whole thing went through with Sony, it's Sony, Fox and Marvel, or Disney, they decided that they were going to can all the reshoots that they had originally had planned to schedule to add a whole bunch more mutants in it and stuff like that and make it more X-Men-y. So after that went through, and the last X-Men movie was shit. So they wanted to kind of like tie all that in together. So they canned all that and they just went with the original director's vision. And that's how they're pushing and promoting it.
Yeah.
So way back when Fantastic Four came out, and I forget what was that guy's name, Josh something, directed it and stuff like that. They did that to him too. They took same thing with Zack Snyder with Justice League and stuff. They basically the corporate came in and said, no, we're gonna make all these changes. So they're not doing that. So instead of wasting all these months and more money to put into this movie, they're gonna release it the way the director wanted it released. Yeah. Now, I heard some rumors that they're going to try to MCU it a little bit, but probably not.
I heard rumors that they said it's going to be in the MCU.
That was my next question.
I don't know how true that is. I take shit like that with a grain of salt.
I mean, they really want to reboot the X-Men, probably in the next phase and stuff like that, along with the Fantastic Four. But I could see this as a good, launching pad for like an X-Men integration, or at least even
mutants anyway,
or just even New Mutants. If it's good,
yeah.
If the movie sucks, then But I mean, they were replace original members with different characters because they're more popular. Like Illyana Rasputin, she was, you know, she's Klaus's sister. She was never in the New Mutants in the beginning, you know. And then they have, they don't have Karma's not in it. That's who she replaced, I think. But at least they have Mirage. So
was that Arya Stark that I saw?
Yeah,
Maisie Williams.
She's playing Wolfsbane. Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Cannibal got legs in this one, right? So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good movie. Hopefully they stick with the whole horror type of thing. So there's like a whole bunch of different reports too. Some people say it is horror-ish, some people say it's not. So we'll find out.
Yeah, it didn't. It came across a little less horror-ish than that first trailer that we saw way back was like.
Yeah.
If it didn't say the title New Mutants, I would have had no goddamn idea it was quote unquote superhero. This one had a little bit more of that, but
be kind of like a fire starter type of movie.
So we'll see what goes down. I'm gonna see it.
Cool.
Faux show.
That comes out, was it April? I think
so.
In April it comes out. I watched Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh.
Yeah.
I actually liked that movie.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, there were some cheesy parts in it, but I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was just as good as Salvation. So, I mean, a lot of people buried that movie for like being shitty. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kept me interested. So, I mean, you know, it has the typical fucking thing, and with the same old plot fucking story, you know.
Yeah, but how many times? Yeah, how many times can you tell the same?
Well, the cool
plot?
part is, and for people who haven't seen it yet, I mean, this really isn't too much of a spoiler, but it's not Skynet anymore. So Sarah Connor,
it's Legion, right?
Yeah, so they actually did change the future.
Yeah,
it's just they wound up fucking making another AI that fucking was like a war games AI and took over. And it's the same idea.
That it's inevitable.
Yeah, same thing. So at one point, fucking Arnold's fucking character says was a 74% chance that this was going to happen anyway because humanity is doomed to fucking, you know, destroy themselves. So, but yeah, no, there's a lot of good part. It was really, I mean, you could tell it was done by the guy that did Deadpool. I mean, there's a lot of action. I thought it was really well done. I don't think it deserved any of the bullshit that it got. So,
well, you know how people are too. They just want to hate on stuff. To hate on it.
I mean, it was stupid on like certain parts, but I'll tell you what, the de-aging that they did in the very beginning of the movie was done fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just as good as like a Marvel de-aging. So, because they made Linda Hamilton look like she fucking was straight out of T2.
Yeah.
So
that's wild.
Yeah. Either they did that or they really strategically used clips from the T2 to make that scene. So, I watched Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Did you guys watch that yet?
Yeah. Nah, I didn't know it came out.
Yeah, it just came out last week on digital.
On digital? When did that even get released to theaters?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Really?
About before Christmas, a couple of months.
That's crazy. What? So was it?
It was okay. It was a fan service, you know.
Right.
It was basically him making fun of himself, literally making fun of Kevin Smith in the movie.
Yeah.
And it was, you know. It is what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be them making fun of reboots because they're rebooting their own movie and they're rebooting the whole story again and doing the same thing again, like different cameos and shit.
Yeah.
But there parts of it were kind of funny. But I just don't like his daughter's acting. It was hard to get through that with
Kevin Smith. You're talking
Kevin Smith's daughter, yeah, Harley Quinn Smith.
Yeah.
So there was even a part.
I wonder where you got that name from.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there was even a part in the movie where they were talking about how they hate Kevin Smith because they always fucking railroad his daughter into every movie that he does.
Railroad.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Probably the funniest part was fucking Chris Thor. Chris Hemsworth was probably the funniest thing. He played a VR hologram of himself, like instructing people where to go and shit like that. That was pretty funny. I watched Yamato 2199. I watched the first season of that.
Yeah.
That's like
is that an anime?
Yeah, it's a reboot of Star Blazers, the first season. That was really well done too. That was really, really good.
Wait, is it a reboot of
Yamato.
Star Blazers or Space Battleship Yamato? Because they were actually two different shows.
Star Blazers is Yamato. from the 70s.
Yeah, I know, but like when it was brought over to America, they edited it and changed the story and
Derek
stuff like
Wildstar and you know, and
so
all this
it was practically 2 different shows. But
no, they said the English dub version actually kept all the Japanese names. So
okay, so it's basically a reboot of Space Battleship Yamato.
Yeah, so it was Shiro and everybody else and stuff. There was, but there was more to it, more story to it. And they, like the I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but in that series, in the original series, the captain, the old gray beard captain, he kind of like got real sick early on, and then what's his name took over and stuff. And this thing, he actually hangs on pretty much almost the whole season. So it was done really, really well. So yeah, I liked it a lot. I gotta watch the next season. I think that one's called 2201 or 2202 or something like that. And we talked about the Harley Quinn cartoon, which is actually probably the best, like you said, the best DC stuff out there right now. Yeah,
it's the best DC animated thing that they've done in a while.
What was the bad guy's name with Wanda Sykes? What was her character's name?
Queen of Fables.
Queen of Fables. So Mike, this is this character. She's called Queen of Fables, right? And she basically pulls out storybook characters, fairy tale characters out of her book. Like Big Bad Wolf, Three Little Pigs and stuff. So there's this family reunion.
I have the clip here. I have the entire series on my phone here.
There's a part where there is a family reunion and she's supposed to like help them, you know, they're robbing something and she's helped them like take care of this people, right? So they don't give them away. So she pull out all these fucking fairy tale people from their book. And when they come back out of the place, the whole fucking family reunion is fucking slaughtered. Yeah. Everyone's dead. And the fucked up part was she pulls the Three Little Pigs out and she goes, clean up this mess. She goes, don't forget the bones too.
Here. I'll actually play it for you. What the fuck? How did it skip? Yeah, so they came across that family reunion.
I will though. What series is that from?
Harley Quinn.
That's a Jesus.
Kite Man. Hell yeah.
The plant, Poison Ivy's plant is one of my favorites.
Frank,
because she's in there sitting there explaining the whole thing to like Harley's gone. He's like, she didn't hear any of that shit. She's like,
I like Kite Man. He's like, when Ivy came back to apologize to him, he's like, I just think it's so great that you just don't care what anyone thinks about you. And he's like, I care what you think. Oh, that's sweet. Aww. And I care about that ass. Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Later on, Jefferson.
Right, see you later, Jefferson.
Wow,
see you later, Jefferson.
Have a good night, Jefferson.
But what's funny is actually Kite Man in the New 52 actually said that. He actually goes, Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Did you guys see anything new at all?
Well, did we talk about Disney possibly acquiring the Hulk rights back from Universal?
No.
It hasn't been officially announced, but that's rumor. Been lots of rumors about that.
Yeah, they said it quietly they reacquired it, but that hasn't been validated. But they did say that Hulkling might be in the WandaVision show. So there was also a rumor. You guys want to hear another rumor?
Okay. Yes.
That spoilers, but Quicksilver might be back in the WandaVision.
Yeah, well,
TV show.
If she brings back Vision, I don't see why she wouldn't bring back Quicksilver.
Brother.
Yeah. But going back to the Hulk, so I mean, just to clarify things, the Universal rights were distribution rights.
Correct.
They had the exclusive rights to distribute Hulk films.
That's why Hulk's always
right, which is why Marvel could not produce solo Hulk movies, but he could appear in movies that were not titled The Hulk.
Strange,
right?
That's money.
All the red tape and money.
So now it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. Or the deal couldn't stop Marvel from making Hulk movies, but they just couldn't release them. They couldn't distribute them.
Right.
That was Paramount's right.
Where did that fall in with the animation? Was that part of the animation too, or was it just live action?
Probably just live action, I would think.
Because I remember the last animation thing they did was the Hulk versus Wolverine with Deadpool in it.
Hulk versus Wolverine and Thor, who's part of a package thing. I think that was the last Hulk thing they did. But I think they probably just didn't do anything with Hulk because they couldn't do any Hulk solo movie stuff. So You know what I mean? Because so they actually have they really been doing much in the way of animated movies at all? I mean, that's really been mostly DC has been doing the animated movies.
DC's usually all over their animation because they're really good at it.
Yeah.
So
but I'm just saying, like, I don't recall seeing Marvel doing any recent animated stuff other than like their cartoons and stuff, or like their cartoon series.
Well, I mean, I don't know where Spider-Man falls into all that. If that's actually Marvel or not. If that's Sony doing
that's I'm pretty sure that's all Marvel or most of them, because they're all on Disney Plus. Okay. Except for Spectacular Spider-Man, or is it Ultimate Spider-Man? One of those two is not on Disney Plus.
Probably Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that was a different studio, I think, that did that. If I remember right. Let's see, what was the last Marvel animation thing that came out? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I don't remember. Was it? Oh, well, they did Planet Hulk.
Yeah, that was since
Hulk
ago,
versus.
Though.
Yeah, no, it was no, but I'm just like saying as far as Hulk stuff goes.
Oh man,
because that was after Hulk versus. But that Wolverine versus Hulk was really well. Actually, both of them, Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine, they were both really good. Deadpool was really funny in that one.
Yeah, that was like really funny.
I just like when Hulk is chasing after them and Deadpool throws a grenade in his mouth and he jumps off and is up running with Wolverine. He's like, "Hey Logan, I think we lost him," and like Hulk's like right behind him.
When Wolverine woke up, he goes, "You know who shot you in the head?"
Hey Logan, I shot you.
I shot you.
Or when he woke up at the end and when he's like in the rubble, it's like, "I'm alive," and the Hulk just jumps on him. He's like, "Oh god."
I remember they did that whole Marvel did that whole animation thing. They did with anime. I mean, they did the Wolverine, they did Iron Man, they did X-Men.
Yeah.
Which they were kind of boring.
Yeah.
They were kind of well done, but they were just kind of boring.
But didn't they use the same voice cast for the English dubs as the original animated series?
Oh, I don't know. Like you called me some type of racial slur the one time.
Wait, I did?
Because I watched it in Japanese. So
I called you a weebo.
That's it. So I wouldn't know what the English dub sounded like.
Weebo is a Japanese slur?
No,
it's not a slur. It's an insult to somebody
it's a nerd slur.
Yeah, who's like an American who's like really into Japanese culture because it's cool.
It's a nerd slur.
It's cool.
Because I like watching things.
They call Weebos.
Weebo website.
You literally lose stuff in translation if you're not reading the subs versus listening to the English actors to their interpretation of it.
It all depends. Like Dragon Ball Z, like I have to watch that.
It's kind of hard to fuck that
Can I finish a fucking thought? Anyway.
It's like a salad. It's kind of hard to fuck up.
I started watching that show in English. So I can't stand listening to the Japanese voice cast. Well, mostly because the person who voices Goku and Gohan, they're just so their voices are so high pitched. It's like ear splitting in Japanese. It really is. And there's more dialogue than that. But that makes up a lot of it. But there is more dialogue that's like and like them powering up and shit. But it's a fun show, all right, man. It's fun. It's quintessential anime.
There is going to be Spidey and His Amazing Friends coming out next year.
Really? Cartoon?
Yep. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Oh, Devil Dinosaur.
Tigra and Dazzler. Howard the Duck. Oh, I remember reading this one. Yeah, I remember hearing about this. MODOK and Hit Monkey. That's right. They're going to be doing those, I think, on Hulu. I think what's his name is going to be doing MODOK. I forgot his name now. I can see his face.
It's a missed opportunity to not include Gwenpool in that with MODOK.
Yeah. So they've been doing the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon, and I know they did that Avengers cartoon and stuff like that. But but Marvel doesn't do that much. Yeah, I remember watching that fucking piece of shit. That was Avengers Confidential, Black Widow, and Punisher. That was that was sucked. And there's Hulk Where Monsters Dwell. I remember that one. That was 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, the Marvel Knights animation. That was good. I remember those. Those were like 10 years ago. And that's it. So, move on to news.
Okay.
The main news.
Yeesh.
Instead of the section of what did Jed watch in the past 2 weeks?
Oh, I did watch. I didn't see the whole movie, but I saw the Mad Max with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Like the last like 15 minutes of it was like one of the most intense action scenes I've ever seen in my fucking
It's one of the
life.
best action movies out there.
You didn't watch all of that?
I didn't see we only caught it.
There's a great part with this guy hanging and he's like shooting fire out of his guitar.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I saw that.
Oh, you saw that part? Oh, yeah. Well,
you will never be as metal as that guy.
The thing I wanted to say about that scene with the guitar player is that looking at that entire thing, I can really respect those people's need for live music because that's a hell of a time to hire a band. You know what I mean? Like, high speed.
I just love that the stage was a truck.
Yeah.
And you just had that big wall of speakers, and the guy's like in front of.
Can we get
flames out the
Can we
side?
get shout at the devil back there while we're trying to kill these people?
And then you got people behind the speakers pounding on drums and shit.
Yeah.
Somebody actually made a working version of that guitar that actually shot flames out of it and everything.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Fury Road is one of the best action films out there.
Yeah,
you should
so
watch
now
the whole
that I
thing.
saw that, I kind of want to watch the whole
fucking
thing.
Fantastic.
I remember there was something there. I remember them talking about the CGI that they did for her arm, about how it was kind of a little innovative and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just normal green screen compositing. It was there was something special that they did for that.
I also started to watch it, and it was on late, and I think I either passed the fuck out or we got down. I can't remember which one of it was, but it was that movie with Jason Bateman where he was in two places at one time.
The Outsider.
That's a series.
It's a series.
Yeah, it's a series.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that.
We started watching that.
That's really good.
Yeah, it had me pulled in.
There was this guy at GameStop who came in, and I forget what game he asked about, but he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "Did so and so come out yet?" And guy goes, "Yeah, dude, that came out like 2-3 years ago." And he goes, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm a little behind on my games," and I was like, "It's like Mike Kincaid of games."
I actually bought the audiobook for The Outsider.
Yeah,
I'm listening to it right now.
Oh yeah, you bought it? Surprising that wasn't a request.
Yeah, I got it on Audible. So
that guy's a good actor, man.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
well, he directed those episodes too.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. It was a really good show. I'm really intrigued to see what is going on. I have my suspicions about what's going on.
Brought to you by Audible.
And so far, I haven't gotten past in the book. I haven't gotten past where they are on the show yet. I've been listening to it, little bits of it here and there.
See, I made that mistake a long time ago, Levy, with The Stand. When that came out, and then I was reading the book when it came out, and then they didn't match up, and I was pissed at the series because they didn't do it right.
Yeah,
justice of the book, and then I stopped watching the TV show. So I always watch the TV show kind of now, where I read the book if I'm more interested. I read all the way through, then I watch the other version of it, like Death Note. I will never ever watch the American version just based on what you guys said until I'm finished with the anime.
You mean the movie?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't get through the whole anime yet?
Well, Mike, I want to tell you something. Do you remember that part? There's a part in the anime where he's like sitting there next to Light, and he goes, "I want to tell you something, Light." And he just had this weird fucking anime look thing because of his face.
Yeah.
I got to the part where I think like episode 18 or something like that, where his dad took him and the chick out under the bridge and he was gonna shoot him in the head, and it was all a ploy because they were in jail for like 3 months or something.
Yeah.
So that's as far as I got.
I never finished that series either.
No? That's surprising. Because, like, if you make it in so far, you're like, dude, I have to keep going because it was such a mind fuck.
That's how I am now. Like, I've been watching that since I stopped watching, since I finished Yamato. So I'll have it done by next week.
April wants to start watching Clone Wars and Rebels.
Rebels is a really, really good series. There's a rumor that they said that the sequel to Rebels might be out in the fall of this year.
Oh yeah.
I watched a lot of the Clone Wars stuff. The movie is shit, but the TV show is really good.
You talking about the actual live action?
Not the live action movie, the animated movie.
Oh, okay.
So the animated Clone Wars movie is what like kind of started the series, the TV series. It's boring, it's kiddie, it sucks. But
but do you have to watch it?
No.
Okay.
No, you don't have to watch it. Just say, okay, the Clone Wars started, and here's where we're dropped right in the middle of Clone Wars. It starts with a Yoda episode. So it's good. The TV show is really good. I think it's like 6 or 5, 6, 7. The brand new series is going to be coming out this year, the final season. So Did you guys hear that Colin Trevorrow? Is that Trevorrow? Colin Trevorrow? Whatever, you did Jurassic Park World, whatever. His scripts for Star Wars 9 leaked online this past week. Did you guys hear any news about that?
No.
I was reading some plot points of it. It's different. It's still fucking trash and a shit show, but it is different than what we got in the final product.
So it's different trash.
It is. There's some different. There's no Palpatine really in it. No. It's different elements of it. There's one thing that kind of sounded cool where Kylo Ren kind of goes and finds this like thousands and thousands of year old like Sith master that's like a trainer, kind of like a Yoda. And like trains him and stuff, and it kind of has like an H.P. Lovecraft look to him. But it's the same fucking garbage. Did you hear? Let's see. We were talking about this earlier, Levy. Ezra Miller's cameo as the Flash in Crisis on Infinite Earths was actually Warner Brothers' idea.
Oh yeah,
and not the showrunner's idea. So they tried to get a hold of the guy that played Kal-El's grandfather from Krypton show, but he was like busy with something else, scheduling conflicts. And they had talked about Michael Rosenbaum, a cameo too, and how they wanted to get him. They wanted him to be on the farm there with Clark and stuff when the other Lex showed up. So I actually like what's his name as Lex Luthor, John Cryer.
Yeah. He surprised me because I hadn't seen him at all in Supergirl, whatever. But he was actually something that did surprise me in this
maybe because his acting was better than most.
Yeah, the acting in this was atrocious. It was so. It wasn't even so much the acting; it was the dialogue.
Yeah,
the writing was just so bad, and it's hard to actually act good when you have such bad lines and bad dialogue.
Well, I'm the Traveler. You're just the Monitor. What was the other one? Oh,
do you trust me with every cell in my body?
Whenever they have like Black Lightning, in the fucking like scene, it's just so fucking.
And what was with like all the freaking weirdly affected voices, like all that weird affectation that they put on them?
I don't know.
It was just.
And then it's.
If you like the crossover, more power to you. I'm happy that you liked it.
Didn't like
got
it.
Something you liked.
I mean,
I didn't care for it.
I remember reading the original Crisis on Infinite Earths in the comics way back when in the 80s and stuff, and this is pale comparison to that. So
I did like the Marv Wolfman cameo.
That was good.
Yeah,
good for Marv.
Yeah, because I never knew what he looked like, but as soon as he said, he's like, "Yeah, could you make it out to Marv?" I'm like, Marv Wolfman? And I looked him up. I was like, oh yeah, look, it's him.
Looks like a fucking skeleton, but good for him for being still alive.
Yeah. See, this kind of makes me worried now for the Superman TV show because I heard that it got optioned for a series.
That was actually a related piece of news.
Oh.
Superman LOIS TV series ordered straight to series by CW.
Yeah.
Will air during the 2020-2021 season.
It just makes me worried now because I really like Tyler Hoechlin's Superman.
An image of his suit leaked online as well.
Oh, they're changing the suit?
The whole him wearing the whole suit it was a whole picture leaked online.
So they're changing the design of the suit
of
the series. Okay, like I don't like the woman they got to play Lois. I don't like her character.
Yeah, she looks like she's
really. No, it's not that. She's just annoying.
I think she's cross-eyed too.
I don't know. I think
it is like so one part she's looking this way and then over there at the same time. I'm just like
it's weird. Like there are times
Lois, it's a bird.
Yeah, and I know
where.
I know this shouldn't have any bearing on her character or anything, but like, at times when I look at her, she's reasonably attractive. And then other times I'm like,
no, I don't think she's attractive at all.
Well, for me, like it depends on like sometimes she looks good, sometimes she doesn't.
It's like Margaret Kidder. I don't find her attractive at all.
I used to think that too, but then there are times when I look at her and she's like, she doesn't look bad.
No.
I mean, who's that?
Margot Kidder. She played Lois Lane in the original. Okay. Christopher Reeve movies. There are some angles and scenes where she didn't look bad.
If you stand just this way,
no, I'm just saying,
and the light hits you at certain points,
there's certain scenes where she didn't look bad.
Yeah, to you maybe. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, buddy. Star Trek Picard gets an early season 2 renewal.
Oh, good.
And that starts this Thursday, Levy.
Does it?
Yes.
You have to drop that onto I'm not gonna get a whole. I'm not gonna get a whole streaming service just for one show.
Arr.
Well, I mean, the fact that they're
don't worry about it, Levy.
well, I was doing some reading. They were saying that piracy's on the rise again because everybody wants to do their own streaming service.
Yeah, that does kind of suck.
And yeah, it's the reason why people, when you give people what they want and make it easy for them to get what they want, they'll pay for it.
I agree.
I mean, and they proved it with
Mandalorian.
Well, not just that, but just with with Netflix and how easy it was to cut the cord and just go to streaming services because there weren't that many, and you could just get what you wanted,
right?
And it was fine. But now everyone's wanting to pull their content off of the other streaming services like Netflix and Amazon, and they want to go make their own streaming service because they want a piece of that
This
pie.
is what everybody wanted to do. They wanted their a la carte. They wanted to be able to get whatever they wanted specifically and pay for specifically what they wanted. It's now...
Yeah, but you're not getting that now.
Well, you're getting individualized things where you'd have to pay for this service to get that, pay for that service.
Yeah, but it's becoming cable again.
There will never be one whole universal service where you can just say, I want it all, and I get all.
That. But what I'm saying is,
until Disney buys
it's becoming cable again because now because there's one show you want to watch, you got to get this streaming service so you have access to all this other content you don't give a shit about just for that one show.
Right.
It's just like cable. So that's why piracy is back on the rising because all these streaming services now is becoming like cable again.
True.
So
don't forget that's movie studios though too, because instead of them going to a certain specific one place for all their distribution needs, they've been sprinkling it around. Marvel and Disney are just as bad. They're on Hulu, they're on fucking Netflix, they're fucking on their own Disney thing. They're all over the place. So HBO now, it's Warner Brothers is just as guilty as that as well. And look at the DC fucking universe streaming thing that they had.
Well, and I heard rumors that Warner Brothers wants to do their own streaming app, and they're going to absorb the DC Universe app because I hear that that's not doing as well as they had projected, and so they want to do the WB app and absorb the DC content into that.
Yeah.
So it's getting to be too much again, and we cut the cord to get away from all that shit.
Yeah.
And now it's just getting to be like that. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just, I may be,
fuck it.
I may not like, where it goes, with as far as like, companies wanting to back legislation, shitty legislation. But, I'm not going to go subscribing $15 a month for an entire fucking service just because I want to watch one fucking show.
Yeah. If some of the services stuff was a little bit cheaper, if it was like $5 for each service.
Well, that's why Disney Plus is such a great deal. Because it's $6 a month, $7 a month or something like that.
Well, even like Verizon, you get free for a year.
Yeah.
So if you have Verizon.
Yeah. It's like $6 a month and you get all of Disney's content or most of it. It's like, well, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, just between Netflix and Disney, if you just have those two, I mean, you're probably 80%
and
covered.
Most everybody has Amazon Prime anyway, so,
Well,
what?
The people who are rich, they have Amazon Prime. Those are richy rich.
No, most people do Amazon Prime.
Speaking about Amazon Prime, do you have Amazon Prime drivers coming to your house, or do you still have like UPS and stuff?
We have drivers coming to the house sometimes.
Did they just start, or did you have them for
I
a
don't
while?
know. I don't know because it's April's account, so she gets all the email notifications. She gets all the pictures of delivery confirmations.
But I mean, did they always come to your house? Like, did they come in the Amazon truck, or did they come like in a DHL truck or something, or anything like that, or just
I don't know.
Fucking white van.
I've seen the Amazon driver.
We started getting them like a couple of weeks ago, and some dude came up to the porch and he's like coming out of a white van. There's like no uniform on. Fucking 8 o'clock at night, knocking on my door saying to deliver some shit. I almost fucking called the cops on him until I saw the electronic pad and shit in his hand.
No, like I know like the Amazon. I've seen the Amazon driver a couple times. They'll drop the package off. They'll take a picture of the package on your porch and then send it to you.
Yep.
One time I came home because we left our garbage can outside the garage door. They just left the package on the garbage can.
I think they put it in the garbage.
No, they set the package on top of the garbage can in full view of everybody.
Yeah, that's great.
And took a picture of that and sent that picture to April.
My neighborhood, I don't have to worry about people taking our shit. So.
Oh, we've never had our shit taken. It's just knock on wood. It's just sitting on the garbage can. It's just like, what the fuck?
I just don't like that they fucking show up at like 9 o'clock at night or whatever.
Pretty soon they're going to be freaking coming into your house, tucking you into bed. Have a good night. Here's your package. Is there anything you need? Can I get you some water? Maybe a blanket? Maybe take your dogs out?
The wife's like, who is is it?
It's just the Amazon delivery driver, hon. Don't worry about it.
At least I get warned now. I get the fucking notification.
Yeah.
You're 12 stops away. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds like
Let's
the
see.
makings of a horror movie.
Exactly. Dave Bautista joins Jason Momoa in season 2 of Apple's C. I want to include that because I know how much you love that TV show, Levy.
I've never seen it. I'm sure it's fine.
Ha! No pun intended.
Uh-huh. No, it's just I'm sure it's a fine show.
It was good. I watched the whole first season.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I just every time I hear about it, that same tired old joke goes through my head.
Nope. No kids here.
It's like,
Snake Eyes kicks off production in Japan.
yeah.
Rumored 6-inch figure line. Do you have that in your news? Okay. Yeah. So Snake Eyes is to start filming and stuff like that soon. So
Cool.
I think they said next year. I think it's supposed to be. This one's kind of a weird one. This one popped up under the radar. It director Andy Muschietti
Yeah.
reportedly is working on a remake of The Howling for Netflix.
Ooh.
That's kind of cool.
I like a good werewolf movie.
Those peanut butter and chocolate kind of put together there kind of works out, right? The director from It and
okay.
The Howling.
Yeah. Okay.
Thing. Yeah, we haven't had a good werewolf show or movie in a while.
Yeah.
Not in a while.
So
Yeah, I miss that Fox werewolf TV show.
really?
Yeah, it was a good show.
Is that with the scarred werewolf eye bad guy we always show
Yeah,
up
Janos
and everything?
Krasani, played by Chuck Connors.
Okay. Wow, you know all the details of that.
Yeah, it's a great show. John J. York is Eric Cord.
Was that in the 90s?
No, it was in 1988.
80s.
It came out. Yeah, it was one of the Fox Network's inaugural shows.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it came on after The Adventures of Beans Baxter.
What was it called?
Werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yeah. If you remember The Adventures of Beans Baxter,
Don't.
it came on after that.
No, I do not.
Beans Baxter was a show about a teenager who became a secret agent because his father was a secret agent secretly, and he got captured, and so that his organization recruited his teenage son to find him.
Interesting.
So, yeah. Married with Children also came out at that time.
That's true. I remember
That was one of Fox's inaugural shows.
Yep. I remember watching that when they first came out.
Yep. But yeah, Werewolf. Werewolf was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid.
Rick and Morty co-creator Justin Roiland teams up with Stupid Buddy Studios. That's the guys that do Robot Chicken. Seth Green and all those guys. They're going to do a new show called Gloop World.
Gloop World?
Gloop World. It's going to be stop motion claymation. So it's going to be kind of in the vein of Gumby.
Wow.
But it's one of the writers from Rick and Morty and the guys that do Robot Chicken are going to do it together.
I can only imagine the hijinks that are going to ensue.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. That sounds amazing. And my last piece of news was the video games were delayed. So Final Fantasy VII Remake was delayed a month. Cyberpunk was delayed, and the Avengers game. Both of those I think were delayed. What, 4 months?
To September. 5 months to September.
5 months for those. So
well, no, Avengers was supposed to come out in May, so that got delayed to September.
Okay.
And so that's 4 months, and then Cyberpunk was supposed to come out in April, so that's 5 months.
Okay.
But you know what? If they result in more polished games, I'm okay with it. I'm disappointed, but I'd rather wait and get a better game for it. You know?
It's the same thing that we say whenever we find out that a third-party bot is coming out 3 months, or in Virtus's case, 2 fucking years later.
3
years.
Yeah.
2018.
So, I'd rather wait for a better product. So it's disappointing, like I said, but I mean, Final Fantasy VII is only a month.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because at this point, like I was saying to
oh man.
Just want to get a fucking giant knife in the Jonathan Chu posted that in the THC game matrix. And I said, this is the part where everyone's supposed to yell, oh, Square's going out of business. Square's going out of business. They're delaying their product release.
Yeah, they're just giving
like everyone else does. Which is saying, I mean, like, I like that Jedi Fallen Order game because it's very cinematic with playing it. And it's very direct. It's not a button masher at all. You have to be very strategic with the way you fight and stuff. But man, I gotta download the update because that fucking thing is glitchy as shit. Yeah. So, but it's fun. So
yeah, no, the combat took some inspiration from Souls-like games.
You know what's really fucked up though is that I've been playing a lot of Spider-Man, and I played a lot of Assassin's Creed, and both of those games have fucking amazing cameras, and this game doesn't.
Yeah.
So going from two games to have like really good cameras.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll tell you if it's coming down to cut your head off.
Just for the listeners, I'm sitting in front of Mike's giant greatsword. Is that a broadsword? Two-handed broadsword?
That's
Claymore.
the
Claymore?
Yeah, I guess it's a heavy motherfucker, man.
Scottish Claymore?
Yeah.
It's hanging up in the wall behind me, and every time I lean over a little bit to the left, I feel it brush up against my back.
Slicing off a little bit more each time.
And then I keep seeing that part from Serenity flashing through my brain.
I'm a leaf on the wind.
Now, Levy, I'm all for that too. I just really want that I want that figure and that bike. So that's it for the news. Levy, do you have any weird news?
I do. A couple stories. Okay. I have 3 stories tonight for weird news. The first one I call I Choose Violence. And this comes from, let's see here, the Des Moines Register.com.
Iowa again, huh?
Man requests trial by combat with Japanese swords to settle dispute with Iowa ex-wife. Did you hear about this?
No, but I like it already.
A Kansas man has asked an Iowa court to grant his motion for trial by combat so he can meet his ex-wife and her attorney on the field of battle, where he will rend their souls from their corporal bodies. And that was in quotes. David Ostrom, 40, of Paola, Kansas, claims in court documents that his ex-wife, Bridget Ostrom, 38, of Harlan, has destroyed him legally. He asked the Iowa District Court in Shelby County to give him 12 weeks lead time in order to source or forge katana and wakizashi swords, as first reported by the Carroll Times Herald. Quote, to this day, trial by combat has never been explicitly banned or restricted as a right in these United States, Ostrom argues in court records, adding that it was used as recently as 1818 in British court.
As recently.
Yeah. When reached by phone Monday, Ostrom told the Des Moines, Iowa Register that he got the idea after learning about a 2016 case in which New York Supreme Court Justice Philip Minardo acknowledged that duels had not been abolished.
Don't they have that in Canada? I swear to God.
Maybe we should ask our Canadian expert.
I know.
Tyler Gillette.
I swear I thought I saw a thing where these guys got into a fight. They came out into the street, and then the cops came, and they both talked to the police officer, and they said they wanted to settle it by beating the shit out of each other on the street, and then they would be done.
Yeah.
And the cop was like, okay. And he stood there, and
Good for that cop.
It's part of a law, I think, that they can do that. I also think
the parties got to agree, though.
Yeah. And I think like they settle a dispute by fucking fighting, and then they're done. Mm-hmm. And I also think there's something about like a vigilante thing too. That's why like all those guys dress up like superheroes and walk around town doing that shit.
So I think there should be a ass kicking rule, because I feel like it's kind of like drugs. Like if you let people do drugs, they won't have to do illegal shit to get the drugs anymore. Mm-hmm. I feel like if you could just let two people whoop up on each other and settle a fucking dispute, it stops crazier things from happening.
I can see it because it's like more like hockey rules than anything. Yeah.
Like keep all the weapons out of it. Yeah, slug it out, old school style. Like
so no samurai swords.
No swords. No samurai swords. I say fists or nothing.
Fist of fury.
Fist of fury or feet, whatever. Or you could slap somebody with your dick if you had to.
15 points bludgeoning.
Or like that video with that Ric Flair backhand. You guys see that?
No.
You didn't see that? Do you see that?
No.
Yeah, this guy was like fucking around with some other people in a pizza shop.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody who was like on crack or meth or something.
Oh, I did see that.
And the guy went like this, he went and slapped him right across the fucking jaw.
Bah! And knocked the dude out. You got knocked the fuck out. But anyway, so Ostrom, who said he plans to request Ostrom, who said he plans to request the same mediation tactic for any other disputes that may arise in court, added that his ex-wife can choose her attorney as a champion or stand-in fighter.
Where do I know that name from? Wasn't that one of the characters from Record of Lotus Wars?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something like he was in the realm or fucking THC.
Nah.
I remember Ostrom's posts.
Yeah, that guy.
He talked a lot about Japanese weapons.
Okay. So yeah. The court said no, as far as I can tell.
I choose trial by pistol at 30 paces.
So my next story I call "Don't Hate the Player, Hate the Game," and this comes from WKRG.com, News 5 CBS affiliate. This Playboy tortoise had so much sex he saved his entire species.
Good for him.
Heard about this on the Daily Show. Covered this.
Yeah. Diego the tortoise. He's at least 100 years old, and his unstoppable libido is credited as a major reason for the survival of his fellow giant tortoises on Hispaniola on the Galapagos Islands. He and a number of other tortoises were sent to the island because in the 1960s there were just 2 males and 12 females of his species alive on the island.
Wait, how many? 2 males and what?
2 males and 12 females.
2 males and wow, that sounds like
and so him and Diego and 14 other male tortoises were sent to the island to help boost the population.
Yeah.
And the program ended up boosting it to more than 2,000. But the Galapagos National Park Service believes Diego is now the patriarch of about 40% of that population.
Yeah. Get that turtle
That's
pussy.
stud, man. He's with his mission accomplished, Diego's retiring as a stud and is being returned to the wild.
There was some sci-fi.
Probably dragged kicking and screaming. However a turtle kicks and screams.
Yeah.
Video of a turtle having sex.
Yeah.
I saw the turtle rape videos too.
Oh yeah.
Do you see the turtle rape videos?
No.
That's when he knocks the shell against the other shell until they give up.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever see the monkey raping the frog?
No.
He takes a frog. I'll have to look it up and see if I can find it. Remember that fucking video you kept watching?
Oh, yeah. I think I remember him raping the frog.
He takes the frog and he just like squeezes the frog and he's basically jerking off with the like using the frog as
he's fucking its mouth.
Wow.
He's face fucking the frog.
Wow.
I mean, what did the frog do to deserve that fate? You know what I mean?
Does the frog really care?
I gotta imagine.
Does the frog understand what's happening to it?
Frog's dead by that point.
I gotta imagine the frog is not happy about the situation.
All right.
You know what? Next time you see a frog, fuck its face.
No.
and let me know.
No, I'm not gonna fuck a frog's face. I'll stick my dick in a lot of things, but I'm not gonna say let's stick my dick in a frog.
If the frog is down.
Anyway, the next story I call "Who Uses Subtitles?" Apparently, this guy. And this comes from abcnews.go.com. Deaf man sues Pornhub over lack of closed captioning. A deaf man has sued Pornhub and other pornographic websites because he said he cannot enjoy video content without closed captioning. Yaroslav Soros, a New York resident.
Yaroslav what? That sounds like a dinosaur.
Yaroslav Soros.
It sounds like a fucked up dinosaur. Yaroslav Soros.
Yeah.
He tried to watch on video on Pornhub entitled "Hot Step Aunt Babysits Disobedient Nephew," "Sexy Cop Gets Witness to Talk," and others in October 2019 and January 2020, but could not due to the website's lack of closed captioning, according to the lawsuit filed Thursday in the Eastern District of New York. The lawsuit alleges that Pornhub, RedTube, and YouPorn are in violation of the 1990 Americans with Disabilities Act. Mm-hmm. Part of the ADA's goal is to provide full and equal enjoyment of a public accommodations, goods, services, facilities, and privileges, according to the lawsuit.
You might actually win that.
Websites that prevent accessibility to deaf and hard of hearing individuals is a discriminatory act, the lawsuit reads.
It's true.
The ADA cites that its purpose is to make sure that people with disabilities have the same rights and opportunities as everyone else.
That is true.
Now,
as weird as it sounds, he does have a right.
Well, Pornhub's vice president, Corey Price, disputed the claim that the website doesn't offer closed captions. While we do not generally comment on active lawsuits, we'd like to take this opportunity to point out that we do have a closed captions category, according to a statement from Price provided to ABC News. The statement included a link to its closed captions section. Now, here's an interesting thing. Soros has previously sued Fox News, the New York Post, and other outlets alleging similar ADA violations on their websites.
Yeah, you know that, of course.
He is seeking compensatory damages, civil penalties, and fines against Pornhub.
It's kind of like the lady that sued McDonald's for fucking getting burned by coffee.
Right.
Same spiel. Just a fucking way to get some cash.
Yeah, but he's using his disability to do it, which is really shitty.
Well, I mean, yeah. He is right, though. I mean,
common sense never prevails in cases like that because they always go by like the letter of the law.
I forget what it is, that 508 policy, I think, or something like that you have to adhere to. And you also have to make sure that your keyboard can navigate, websites and stuff like that for people with disabilities and stuff. So, but he's just trying to do it for a cash grab.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So that's it.
Wow,
cool.
For my weird news.
Don't forget to send that to me.
Yeah.
Remind you right away.
I'll do it.
Toy news, Michael?
Yes.
Would you like to
do it? And move your soda, and I'll put this shit up here so you guys can get in on the picture viewing. Okay, so this is from a company called Fire Scorpion, and they're doing a Bumblebee movie Optimum.
Another one?
Another one.
scale?
Do not know. Judging by the pictures, though, it looks like it's at least masterpiece scale.
Is this the one that I saw them showing all the joints and how well it works and stuff like that? Is that this?
These are the only pictures that I saw.
Okay. They had it was a video.
Yeah.
Of them showing like a 3D printed thing of it, but it was really big.
Yeah.
Is this really necessary?
Probably not, but
I guess this is like taking the articulation and detail of like a 3A or 3.0, whatever you call this company now, and actually having it transform too.
right. I mean, it's impressive looking, but I don't know if
What
it's
is
any.
this, like Prime number 4?
From the Bumblebee movie, what do we have so far? Toy World. Who the hell else is
As far
doing
as
one?
transforming ones go.
Transforming ones. Toy World did one, or is doing one.
Yeah.
Zeta? No.
Zeta's doing the just Bumblebee so far. Who the hell else is doing one?
I thought there was a
Was like
bunch of
Lemon
them.
Tree or one of those guys doing banana thing?
Lemon Tree was definitely doing movie stuff.
One
but
of
I
the
can't
fruit
remember.
companies?
Yeah, one.
Yeah, I knew there was. I know there's a couple. There's a couple of these coming out.
Because you were thinking about getting one of these, but and you were up in the air between the 3A one and the Toy World one at the time.
Yes.
I don't know.
And then I didn't get the Toy World one because it was expensive.
Yeah, like $300.
And it had that like kind of worn battle look kind of thing to it. I didn't like that. Then I was going to get the 3A one, and then I found out that it was super out of scale. It's like really tall.
Yeah.
So nothing really fits. It's kind of would have to be on.
So this is a possibility then, depending on what size it is
I
and
have
what
a
price
weird
it
feeling
is.
that this is really big and it's like $1,000.
Let's did I say it was Fire Scorpion?
Yeah.
This price. Hopefully
Optimus
No, I
Price.
do not mean this Prime.
Optimus Price is right.
Oh, do we have a pre-order up
Optimus
already?
Price.
Hotiecorner.com is the first thing that pops up.
What'd you say?
I said I am Optimus Price.
What is that in?
I don't know. What is that? Pesos. 4,400 pesos?
I can't see.
It's definitely a P.
It's not yen. That would be like $42.
Another picture of it. Looks like another. Yeah, I don't know. Wait a second. It's on the Show Z store. Let's see what.
That'd be like a $2.
Yeah, it's not going to tell you the same. Oh, it doesn't say. It says it open. Yeah, so it doesn't look like, at least right now.
There's a video of the guys showing it, and the arm is literally like the size of a small child's arm. There's one that's, I don't know if that's this or if it's a different one.
What is that? R. Why can't I just TFBB Bumblebee? What do they got? 12.6 inches. They're the movie stuff that you're going a little big. They're all going a little big on that shit.
Yeah, so it's a foot.
Yeah. 100 and the fuck is that? Oh, okay.
Or it's a euro. It's either a euro or a pound.
Oh, you're right. You're right. All right. So
That would be 120.
$1.15. That's cheap. Wonder if it's a KO. They're KOing some. They're KOing the Toy World one or some shit. I don't know.
Or it's just the deposit. Make 10 more 10.
Free delivery or early 2000.
Wait, what does it say? Model Wizard.
Model Wizard.
It's weird.
MO9 Scorpion Fire. Yeah, who the hell knows?
What are the details?
Oops. Details are
You said it's 12 inches.
12.6 inches, transformable, 20 die-cast metal parts, high level of joints, LED eyes, a display, and a weapon. Yeah, man.
120 is pretty cheap for that.
Yeah,
If
it is.
compared to all the other prices that have been out there. The 3A one that doesn't transform is 190.
Yeah.
And I don't know, with the Toy World was what 300 with all the accessories and what 200 without.
They want some of that MP44 money.
Yeah, absolutely. What was Magic Squares?
Like $1.20 or
Yeah,
something.
sounds about the same price.
Somewhere around 120, 125.
And that stood what 9 inches?
What, height-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9, like around 9 and a
inches.
quarter, 9.5.
Okay. Are you getting it, Levy?
No.
He only buys characters from the shitty Transformers.
Yeah, I saw in the video. It took you what 30 minutes. to
34
transform.
minutes.
How do you not? I mean, dude, this is the third time we're doing this. How do you not know? See, I saved the day by putting the override on the table last. Because y'all thought you were in for another 10 minutes of bullshit. Let's see. Okay, so Jed told me about that these were out here. I had to look them up. I didn't even see that these were put out yet. But so we got some Raiden Scorpion Scorpion Raiden from the Mortal Kombat Storm Collectibles line.
Yeah.
Levy, I know you in on this one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, look at how good he looks.
That face looks a little wonky.
What's that?
That face looks a little wonky.
Why is that?
It just looks a little wonky from here. Looks a little cartoony.
Because he has no pupils.
No, it just looks cartoony. I don't know. The shape of the mouth and everything looks like it's a cartoon. That's actually a Mortal Kombat 11 fatality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to remember what he did for what was it in MK1? Just a straight
MK1?
electrocution, right?
Yeah, you just go like that, and
Yeah.
you would your head would blow up.
Oh,
or in the
that's
Super
right.
Nintendo version, you turn you to dust.
Yeah.
And then Mortal Kombat 2, he had the big uppercut that would make you explode, and then he had the where he grab you and just electrocute you until you exploded. So they weren't really creative with his fatalities in that too. Like really, just an uppercut that freaking makes you explode.
Oh man, Raiden's a badass, man. That's my guy.
His fatalities were pretty shit.
That was my favorite character. That was my first favorite character.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, the fatalities were pretty shit though.
How did you feel about
his fatality from the first game? Was really cool.
How did you feel about Christopher Lambert's portrayal of?
I liked his.
You know what? When I saw the trailer, I guess, or I was like, oh, but then. But then I saw the movie and I was like, oh, he was great. Like, I don't know. I wonder if they intended him to be as much comic relief as he was, because he was kind of a funny character. He had a couple of
kind of a prick though.
Yeah. He was a prick, yeah, absolutely. But he had like some funny lines.
But Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation's Raiden, James Remar, that portrayal made me hate James Remar for all time.
So when you're watching Dexter, you're like,
yeah, I was really hoping that Dexter would just
Raiden.
fucking cut his fucking heart out. I fucking hate James Remar.
That reminds me of like after Hot Rod got Optimus Prime killed, watching The Breakfast Club and being like, "Fuck you, Bender."
I just can't stand James Remar because of that movie. Hey, I got a new haircut. It's a new look for me.
Did he?
Fuck you.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
I kind of like
when he came out and his hair was cut short. So it's a new look for me. What do you think?
You know,
Fuck you.
That is the only movie I've ever walked out of the theater. It's the only movie ever.
I like the tongue sticking out. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that movie was shit, man.
So
might be the worst movie of all time. No. Fist of the North Star was the worst movie of all time.
Oh, live action.
Fist of the North Star was so bad it was good.
There's other worse movies than that. Yeah, that movie was pretty bad too. We should sit down and watch that sometime though. Just
what, Fist of the North Star?
Yeah.
Or Annihilation?
The Fist of the North Star. I'll never watch Annihilation.
Yeah. Yeah. Fist of the North Star. Jesus. Anyway.
Remember how excited we were for that movie?
Oh, I was super psyched. Well, we had just seen the animes. And the animes are almost, they're basically ridiculous
Remember
too.
I invited all you guys to come over and watch
that shit? Yeah. So this is the first. No, this isn't the first because they did Barack already. I was like, I shouldn't say that. I guess all of them except for the ninjas.
What's that?
Well, there's no repaint capability. Well, I guess they could do a red one.
Red.
Yeah, they could do the red one.
Yeah.
Player 2 rating.
Oh, they're most likely going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be some exclusive.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I would imagine. Is this at the
special edition?
The new prices? Is this like $90?
I'm sure.
And they'll do a bloody version.
I'm sure. Wonder if
the Mortal Kombat ones. I think he'll probably be like 65, 70.
No.
Yeah, well, that's what Baraka was, and he was the last normal size. Well, no, I'm sorry, they did come up with the Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas. How much were the Cyber ninjas?
$90.
90.
Yeah.
You sure?
They were $85, and then the Big Bad Toy Store exclusive was $90 because I wanted that flamethrower.
The Vice.
And the Vice was coming anyway. What did Cyrax come with? Big Bad. Oh, the
head spin.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I got that.
The fatalities in those games were trash.
Yeah, but I
don't recall that game having a single good fatality.
3?
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and actually see him. What did Cabal do? What was his fatality?
Oh, his were terrible. He took the mask off and screamed at you.
What was I thought Liu Kang had a good...
the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon.
No, that was his animality in 3. And 2 was the good version of that because the animalities in Mortal Kombat 3, the animals looked really bad because they were just like... It was like... They didn't look photorealistic like they did, like the dragon did. Not photorealistic, but you know what I mean. It didn't match up with what was in the scene. It was really bad color.
Got it.
Of the animals and everything, and the animalities were shit. Liu Kang's fatalities in that one was he dropped a Mortal Kombat machine on you, and then another one he teleported inside of you and burned you from the inside out.
That's a good one.
No, it was terrible.
This ain't going for pre-order already.
No, I would have gotten a notification from BBTS if that went up for pre-order already. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm in for that Raiden. I really, really want Liu Kang and Kung Lao though.
Yeah, I put a list together.
Mm-hmm.
And if you count out Mortal Kombat 4 are a bunch of those guys which will probably never see the light of day as far as figures go.
4?
Yeah.
Well, never count them out.
Like Shinnok and Reiko or whatever the fuck his name was.
Well, they might do a Shinnok because, I mean, he was like...
Oh, yeah, he was the boss.
Well, that, and he's also integral to the story of Mortal Kombat X. So he's a more recent...
And that Uncle Fester looking
character.
motherfucker.
Quan Chi, they'll make it. I'm sure they'll make a Quan Chi figure because he's been retconned in every aspect of the story.
Well, even if you just do like 1 through 3, there's not really like a ton. Not really. I mean, they got a couple like Kano, Sonya, Liu Kang. Actually, I have a list here. I have a list of.
Well, to complete the Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 cast, they need.
I already have everything right here. Mortal Kombat 1, they need Johnny Cage, Kano, Liu Kang, Raiden, and Sonya, and Shang Tsung.
Yep.
And then MK2, Jade, Jax, Kintaro, Katana, Kung Lao, Melina. Mortal Kombat 3. I don't know how they would do.
Did you say Kintaro?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how they would do a chameleon other than maybe like a clear ninja, I guess.
Oh, I don't even know if they would even bother with chameleon.
Cabal, Motaro, Nightwolf, Shiva, Sindel, and Striker. So between all 3 games, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 15.
Well, you also got to remember all of the Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas.
Yeah, but I'm just counting kept one the character, you know what I mean? Like we already got Scorpion and Sub-Zero, so I'm not counting them again. And Reptile.
Yeah, but then you got Ermac, you got
done already.
No, I'm talking about Mortal Kombat 3.
Yeah, but I'm talking
Did you get the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion?
No.
No?
I'm not going to bother.
But you got the Cyber Ninjas.
I know, but the Cyber Ninjas weren't in Mortal Kombat 1 or 2.
I know that, but they were Mortal Kombat 3.
I don't care.
So you have to have the Mortal Kombat 3 Ninjas.
No.
Because that's a different costume.
No.
Yeah, it's a different costume. It's a different era. It's a different era.
That's not even how I collect Transformers.
No, you just get different characters for like Target Masters and
yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you got to get those Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas. You got to get the Mortal Kombat 3. And you better get Scorpion soon because he's going to be, he's not going to be available.
I have Scorpion. I got Scorpion right there. You see him? You can see him from where you're sitting.
Nah, the Mortal Kombat 3 one.
Nope. It's a strong no. It's a strong no, Levy.
If they do an Ermac in the Mortal Kombat 3 costume, I'll probably pick that one up just because like Ermac was my character and one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat 3. And if they do a Sindel, I'll get a Sindel.
Yeah. See, if I was going to get the Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas, wait, who actually was?
And if they get a Shiva, I'll get a Shiva too.
Smoke and Rain, they were in 3, right?
Smoke and Rain? No, yeah. Rain didn't come out until the home version.
Ultimate, that's right.
Of MK3.
And what about Smoke? Can't remember.
Yeah, Smoke was in. He was in Ultimate.
In 3.
Yeah, in the arcade, Ultimate MK3. But you had to like put in a little code on when you went to Robot Smoke. So
yeah, see, like I could see getting those guys as in the 3 costumes and selling off the originals because they never actually existed in the never actually. Wait, was Smoke in 2?
Mm-hmm. He was a secret character in 2. Wasn't playable,
right? But he was in 2. So then I keep that. So Ermac was the only one that was really in 3 as a first appearance.
Yeah, because his rumored appearance in the first game was actually a glitch.
Yeah,
where like the Scorpion would show up as red,
right,
and then the word Ermac came up, which stood for error macro.
Is that where they got that? I knew they got that name from somewhere.
So
interesting. Well, you know what? I'm done. I'm not buying any more fucking ninjas.
I'm just telling you, you're going to be kicking yourself if you don't get those Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas.
I don't think I'm going to be. I think I'm going to be just fine.
Yeah, and then you got to get new Cybot.
Got new Cybot already.
No,
look at,
MK3
you can see him from
new Cybot.
Probably not. New Cybot was in this. It was in 2.
Yeah, but he was also in 3.
Yeah, but he was in 2, and I got
in 3 in a different costume.
I don't get different.
He had a different costume.
That's not how I operate.
Had a different costume, Mike.
You can talk about it until you're blue in the face, and it ain't gonna make me go bottom, motherfuckers.
Sorry. All right, what's next?
All right, so we went through Mortal Kombat. Okay, so this we talked about this a while ago, and then we talked about it again in the last episode. So now there's a rumor, and I heard that this is at this point just a rumor. 6-inch G.I. Joe figures, which we've been kind of asking for a while. That's kind of exciting news.
Yo, Joe.
Funny part is we just talked about this last show.
The fun part is I just said that 10 seconds ago.
No, I'm reiterating so I could add on to it. Because then the news about this came out a couple of days later.
Yeah. So
They probably listened to the show.
Blackhound Shout being Nostradamus again.
Yeah, I'm sure. The first.
Well, they were probably got drawn in by all the masturbation talk.
I'm sure that's exactly how it went down.
Oh, you guys got to listen to listen to this show. They're talking about masturbation.
So these jerk offs want GI Joe figures. Let's give it to them. So the rumored wave 1. It says Snake Eyes times 2. What do you think the second Snake Eyes would be?
No, it's just 2 per case.
Oh, okay. So it's not like 2 versions of Snake Eyes?
Probably not. I imagine it's probably 2 per case.
Okay.
That's what they're saying.
That's
nice that Snake Eyes is going to be double packed because that way he'll be easier to find than these.
Yeah.
And he's going to be very sought.
He'll probably be the most popular one out of there.
See, the reason why I don't believe this,
Okay.
and because it's all rumor and hopes and dreams of people that want this, is that I don't see them releasing like all these major characters in the same wave. Because you know as well as I do that they got to throw in one shit show fucking character so that you can buy all the others for a Build-A-Figure, right? Which was funny because Mike was like, ooh, I have a whole bunch of Build-A-Figure things now.
Yeah, I did. I have like a Wendigo arm and leg right now that I'm sitting on. Yeah.
So I can see like Snake Eyes because of the movie, unless there's a movie version too that's going to be coming out. And I can see like, maybe like 4 of those characters being like main characters, but they have to throw in some crap like a bat.
Snow Job.
Yeah, Snow Job. Yeah.
Major Blood.
What was the fucking dude that used to drive the tank around? Dusty was the one that drove the Jeep. Who drove the tank with the fucking the mic that came down and the fucking glasses and shit?
Mainframe.
Was it Mainframe?
I don't know.
Something like that. Like exactly. You don't remember his name because he wasn't a major character. He's the type of guy that would go in this wave, because you have to buy him because you want to buy the whole wave.
I want Bazooka and Alpine. I'm just going to buy all the dumb characters. No, I can. If this is true, I'm in. But not. I think I agree with. I don't know who it was in the chat, but said like I'd be in on like the major. I would be in on like those 5. I'd be in on all 5 of them. When you start getting into the fringe characters and shit, probably not, but like the real main characters and shit, I would definitely be in on.
Well, that's what they suck you in so that you can make a Build-A-Figure. Like Bat Build-A-Figure. Or what else would be a good Build-A-Figure?
Oh, they better not make the Bats Build-A-Figures because people are going to want to army build those.
Yeah.
And army building BAFs is just dumb.
What were those robot things that they had with the Cobra, the fucking hiss face? They were like, you build those.
Wait, what?
They were like these robot. They kind of look like Nimrod in a way, but they had like the snake face.
Those weren't the bats?
No, bats were like the black humanoid kind of looking thing.
Battle android troopers.
The Cobra stormtroopers, basically.
Build-A-Figure Serpentor.
Yeah. Build-A-Figure Globulus.
Yeah. There you go. See, there's a whole bunch of Build-A-Figure.
That's what I was saying. Who the hell was I talking to about yesterday? I was like, man, what I would probably do with G.I. Joe is
Zaymont.
I would like 10 from each side and limit myself, because if not, you could go crazy buying it. Like I just heard how many characters just now, and I don't want to, like, I'd want them to. I'd probably want them to, because they were made. The fucking dreadnoughts, man. And then you got Dr. Mindbender and
Look at all the different Cobra Commander versions.
Yeah,
battle mask. There's the regular shield. There's the fucking hood. Yeah.
Old Snake.
Maybe we actually get an old snake.
Maybe get an old snake, man. Oh man, I hope this is true, but I hope it's not.
Oh, if they do Serpentor,
this I command. Shout out to Tiffany. Good Lord.
Lifeline.
Memories.
Trouser snake.
Trouser snake. I shall name you Trouser Snake.
I don't even care anymore.
I wish third party would put out an Autobot Johnson.
Autobot Johnson.
Anybody else would be down with some G.I. Joes and 6-inch G.I.
serious thoughts about that.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole other thing to dive into.
Man.
Well, you're cool because you don't have any more whales now. More, so.
Yeah.
Got a whole avenue to go down and a whole other T12 to fill.
You know what, though? I don't even know. Like, I might actually include them downstairs, even though they wouldn't scale right. G.I. Joe, to me, G.I. Joe and Transformers went hand in hand growing up, because it was always...
What if they did a Build-A-Figure vehicle, like a hang glider, or what was the thing that Cobra Commander flew around?
That little thing with the bubble on the top of it.
No, that was the other thing I was going to mention. But yeah, they Cobra had like G.I. Joe had hang gliders, but Cobra had like the fucking rocket hang glider type of things.
The jetpacks?
They look like hang gliders. They had one of them that popped out.
Yeah. I know what you're talking.
And then Mike said like the bubbles with the guns on them and stuff. But yeah, imagine like doing like a Build-A-Figure of like a smaller vehicle that you
or just like the Cobra 4-wheeled ATV that had the bazooka on the side of it.
Yeah, man. That's some interesting news. I know a lot of people that are happy about Joe fan.
That would be cool.
What does Zartan have? Do you have like a 4-wheeler or do you have like a little tank? Or no, wait, that was Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah. Oh, Slaughter's Marauders, man. Yeah.
Then you can do the Tiger Force.
And you get the fridge. William Perry.
With his football on a stick
weapon. Man. Go Birds. He was a bird at the end. He was a bear and a bird. He was a bear bird.
Fuck, what was it? What was Don Johnson's character's
name? Sonny Crockett?
No, in the fucking G.I. Joe movie.
Don Johnson? Who'd he play?
He played fucking Flint's cousin or whatever.
Oh, Hawk. That wasn't Flint's...
Not Hawk. The kid.
I don't remember.
He was part of that whole reboot crew. He was like the hot rod of fucking G.I. Joe movie.
I like how they put the black guy in there and he was like a basketball guy.
Come on. What was his name? Falcon. That was his name.
Oh,
Falcon.
yeah, that's right. He was the fuck up.
Lieutenant Falcon. Yeah. It was the hot rod of fucking G.I. Joe movie.
From goat to hero.
Well, Don Johnson voices.
No shit. I don't think I knew that. Huh. Falcon. Yeah, what a doucher. G.I. Joe. And now we know.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Yeah, man. Who wants a body massage? I wonder when that dude made those if he knew they were going to be that fucking famous.
Probably not. That was back when the internet was young.
Yeah, man. Okay. So, last piece of news. So, we got this X-Transbots list. So, on the Dame Chalk wall.
Shout out the Doors.
Shout out the Doors as well for showing it to you, and you put it in the chat. I didn't even see it on the Dame Chalk wall. I saw it in the chat because you put it in there. So we got basically a list with a bunch of, I guess that's Chinese. Is that Chinese writing on there? 1 through 12 with a couple of English words on there or whatever. But then Dame Chalk has the whole thing translated. So I'm going to read down the list and then we can kind of chat about it.
These are wrong. He didn't translate those. That's his guess. This translates to mystery combine.
Yeah. Okay.
1 through 5.
So we have number 1, Dr. Egg, which is the main quintesson. Number 2, Gravestone Trailer. Number 3, Locke, which is Cup. Number 4, Virtus, which is Springer. 5 through 9, Mystery Combiner. He has possible G2 Monolith. Number 10, Brother Octopus. Number 11, Deathsaurus. Number 12, Lieutenant. Okay, so Brother Octopus, I think, is that quintesson guy with the tentacle arms. And I think the lieutenant is that the big guy, the bailiff. That's what I think. Yeah.
You mean the executioner?
I think I think some places they call the executioner. I think we're talking about the same character.
No, isn't the executioner the guy with the tentacles? Because he's the one that pulled the
What's
lever.
the one with the big alien?
No, the one that pulled the tentacle had like the
one with the tentacle has the big
arms.
alien head, right? Like the big alien skull?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy? The bailiff.
He's the one with that big like hatchet looking thing.
Oh, the security guys, I guess.
Yeah, but the executioner, he had like laser hands or some shit. Because I remember him having like pulling the lever down, but he didn't have a hand. He had like a gun for a hand or some shit.
So this is a different one. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're all. So he has a couple quintessons and quintesson henchmen on there, which is very cool. Gravestone Trailer, which we knew. So you don't think 5 through 9 there? You don't think that's a G2 Menazor? You think it's something else?
See, the reason why I don't think is because they already did G2. They did all the G2 releases for the Stunticons.
Oh, are these months? Are these months here?
Yes.
Or is this 2020 and then those numbers? So they're months.
Right.
So it's one. Yeah, you're right.
So it's one right after you next.
So they already did. Yeah, they already did all the cars. I think they did in G2.
Yeah.
What could that possibly be then?
They
Defensor?
did Computron.
But didn't somebody say somewhere that it's something that was already existing or pre-existing or what was the word? That was a guess.
This translates to mystery combine. So it's a mystery.
That is interesting.
Here's a puzzlement.
That's very interesting.
So one, I don't believe the schedule at all. This is fucking pipe dream right here.
Why do you say that?
Because X-Transbots is always fucking a delay. It's cool at least that they're starting after the new year, right?
Yeah.
With releases and stuff like that. I'm going to say that at least 2-3 months after all of these things to say, because they had the same type of schedule like this for Virtus and Locke and everything, and they were supposed to be out at the end of last year. And Motormaster was supposed to be out in December of last year, and they were supposed to finish everything out, which was close. But in between those releases, Locke and Verse were supposed to be thrown in with them, and they never were. So
forget the months for a second. That order that's listed, do you believe that order? Do you think
the trailer first?
Do you think the Quintesson is the next thing that's going to come out? The thing.
See, here they have Locke and this coming out the same day. See that? The first combiner piece and Locke on the same month.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's not chronological.
So So Virtus comes out at the same time as what's 19? What was that?
Brother Octopus, that Quintesson octopus tentacle guy.
Yeah, I could believe that order.
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised at the Quintesson stuff that hasn't come out already or isn't a lot closer than it was, because like none of that shit transforms. So you think just making an actual action figure would have been a little easier. Unless they're putting some bells and whistles on there, like LEDs and.
I remember reading that they were using like really good paint.
Yeah.
And like they're going to use a special place to make them. I think the same place that 3A makes.
Yeah.
If I remember the article right.
It'd be kind of smart to really paint them to the nines, especially if they don't have to transform. Then they would. Then they're not going to worry about as much paint chipping as when you actually have to transform something. So that'd be cool. They might, if they did some shit where you hit something and it flipped the faces around and shit, man, that would be dope.
I think I remember him saying something about there's going to be either LEDs or voice box or something.
Who's like it? That 598 guy?
iBot.
Who?
iBot.
Who's that? Who's that? Is that
Keith?
Oh, okay.
I think that's his handle.
It's really seeing this list. It's making me think like, man, the MP companies in general. There's not really many of them doing it anymore. You got Fans Toys and you got X-Transbots and KFC, which is the same people. And then after that,
everybody's jumping to Legends.
You just got like a sprinkling of characters here and there.
Legends are smaller.
Oh, Fans Hobby.
Easier. Probably less to produce. Molds are smaller.
Yeah.
Designs quicker.
Companies are probably making more on Legends too, I would imagine. Just because honestly,
like $40 now. Maybe more, 50.
Price, like pound for pound, masterpieces are cheaper.
Yeah.
Than Legends, even though you're paying less for Legends.
Legends are like $50-$60, like a Megatron or Soundwave or something, even more. That's why I got out of it, because they went from being like $20, double in price.
Yeah.
So I might as well just buy fucking MP.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the only reason I would go for Legends if I really, really was limited in space. Which I'm still limited in space, but not that much.
So, what did you see in the Skids box that you said that was not on this list or might be on this list?
I mean, it was either Skids or Crosscut. Let me see if it just. But on either Crosscut or Skids, they showed him on the road on the back of the box. And,
it was like an animal or something. What was it? I forget what it was.
So Deathsaurus was part of the Breast Force, like Leo Kaiser, and his chest piece came up, and one of them was like a little like lion or tiger type of character, and the other one was like a bat looking thing or a bird maybe or something. And on the back of the Crosscut box or the Skids box,
I remember he was like on the side of the road or something, or chasing the car.
On the road, and this thing on the side of the road, and it was.
So he'll probably be part of the whole Deathsaurus release then.
What's part of these?
That little thing that you saw.
That's part of Deathsaurus. That was his, yeah. But I think that was basically them teasing the Deathsaurus.
That's right.
But yeah, that's cool, man. I'll find it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I remember you talking about it before, and we saw it.
But yeah, so
all those pieces and those parts and stuff will probably come with that one release of Deathsaurus. So you don't think that Lieutenant's going to be like part of a Deathsaurus release?
No.
So it's not going to be like split into two parts or anything? Okay. So the thing that so there's a few possibilities about those 5 releases, right? One, it's either a repaint of something that's odd, right? I don't think it's going to be a box set because they're all split out into separate months, one after the other.
Right.
So an extreme possibility would be that they've been keeping a combiner hidden and buried and haven't released any information about it at all. And they plan to just like show it and then start pumping it out one after the other. So that leaves possibilities to Raiden, Devastator, Computron, Superion, and Defensor.
If it was a brand new one, that would be pretty dope, wouldn't it?
Or maybe another Bruticus.
Well, wait, Bruticus. Wait, no. Well, yeah, could be a Bruticus, but no, wait, it won't be a Devastator because Devastator was 6. This is only 5 releases.
Yeah,
I think Devastator. I can't imagine anybody.
And Monstructor was 6, right?
Yes.
Monstructor was 6.
Abominus.
Abominus was 5.
Yeah. Scramble City.
Wait, I thought there was an Abominus already by KFC.
Well, yeah,
There's a couple.
Yeah, but it's not. It's Unique Toys, not KFC.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I'm sorry. KFC is currently doing one.
Okay.
That's right. So, but those are all. But both of those were also stylized. They're not strictly G1 inspired. Whereas so far, X Transbot.
That's great. Yeah, you like the Dame Shark page, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be? And
I don't know. I'd like to see a Defensor.
I was going to say, what do you want to see?
I want to see Defensor. I want a Defensor.
I want something that we don't have yet, but I just
Like a Defensor.
for whatever reason.
You're like the Joker in The Dark Knight when he was like, I wanted my phone call. I want it. I wanted my phone call. I want it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it being anything like new, but I hope it is.
It could be. So, like, yeah, possibilities of a repaint.
Defensor.
But I don't know how else you could possibly repaint.
Definitely Defensor.
I don't know how else you could repaint Menasor any more than they already did.
They did
because they did a G2 and now they're doing the toy version.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck else could they possibly do? There was no other. There wasn't even. It's not like with Bruticus and. Like Bruticus, you could do a Ruination. You know what I mean? There were other routes and stuff, but with Menasor, I don't really remember there being anything else other than what we've already gotten. There was no Shattered Glass Menasor or whatever. You know what I mean? There was nothing like that, so I'm not really sure.
I mean, if they kept something on the down low all this time and they're just gonna pop it out, let's say like in April, they show it and you're like, it was. And pre-orders go up,
hell yeah.
and then they just start delivering them 1 month after the next. That'd be great shock.
Third parties done it from time to time. Like remember, Fans Toys Lupus just kind of fell out of the sky. Like we didn't see any renders or prototypes. It was just bam, it was there and it was ready to go. And they KFC did the same thing with. I don't know if you remember Victory Leo.
I don't remember.
The Simba. That was just kind of like. Where the fuck did this come from, man? And it was just there, and within a month or two, it was out, and it was like, holy shit. So they've done it from time to time. So I don't completely doubt that it might be something brand new, but it's just I hope it is, man. I hope it is. I hope it's I hope it's something we don't got yet. I would love to check off a couple more boxes. That would be all right.
Like Defensor.
Yeah, like Defensor. I'm down. I would love a Defensor because Generation Toys one's not doing it for me. It wouldn't a pinch. If third party ended tomorrow.
No, if X Transbots is going to do a Defensor, it's going to be a G1 style Defensor.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
absolutely. Just like everything else they're doing.
So
just like their Menasor was.
So what are the combiners that were only 5
that we don't have yet?
Well,
just in general. All the Scramble City ones.
Aerial Bots,
Bruticus,
Constructicons.
Menasor.
Constructicons
was
6. Sorry.
The only ones that were 5. The only ones that were more than 5 was Monstructor, Dino King, and Devastator.
Right.
And technically Piranacon. But he was still the same as the Scramble City ones.
Yeah, the one was
They just had an extra piece that became a gun.
They have him on the wiki as a target master.
Well, technically he was.
Yeah. But just not in the traditional sense where it was a Nebulon.
Yeah. And then and Predaking was 5, but it was not Scramble City.
Yeah, but he was still 5.
Yeah. But his parts were not interchangeable. So
basically, in answer to your question, everybody except for Devastator, Piranacon, and then Monstructor and Dino King. They were all 6. Yeah. Everybody else was 5. Raiden was 6.
Yeah.
Leo Kaiser was 6.
Yeah.
I was way off. There's more.
What if
Road Caesar was 3?
Road Caesar was 3.
Let me entertain this idea.
Yeah.
What if, when they were putting out all the Stunticons, and then they saw Fans Toys come out with the Stunticons, and then DX9 came out? What if all this time they've been working on Aerial Bots, and they're just gonna fucking blast them all out one shot, and then say "fuck you, Fans Toys"? So they have them out before.
I hope not.
I don't.
Fans Toys come out.
I think that would be a poor decision, just because everybody's already either in on had gotten the Zeta ones or in on the Fans Toys ones. That's something. X Transbots has actually built up a very good, in my opinion, and I think in yours too, a very good reputation, which they didn't always used to have.
Right.
But I think they've hit enough home runs over the last bunch of releases that if they were going to do something like that, dropping them out of the midair wouldn't be the best. I think they would want to announce it to stop people from being in on fans toys and all these.
Well,
and these other
if you
ones.
recall, I believe they were the first ones out of the gate with the G1 styled Menasor, or with the G1 styled Stunticons.
Yeah, because they wanted
in the masterpiece scale.
Because they announced them before DX9 did.
I believe.
Yeah,
so.
because they wanted to get. Remember, they didn't want those
the sideswipe, that knockoff sideswipe,
right
yeah.
coming out, so they came out quick and cheap at $40 or some dollars.
Yeah, it was $40. So.
Well, the people that actually teased the first one, it was actually Toy World, if you remember correctly. They never put anything out, but they teased when they were doing their they after they did Devastator, they teased they teased their Bruticus, and while they were teasing the Bruticus, they also teased that they had those.
Yeah, well, they teased that, but I mean, X-Transmos were the first ones that actually
put it out.
You know,
it was right around the time.
Prototypes.
DX9 was close.
Yeah, they're the first ones that made prototypes and whatnot, and actually got to production. So.
Man, yeah, I would love to see a Defensor. I would love to see a Computron. Man, Computron. Computron I understand because it was season 3, but Defensor I just don't get. I just don't like.
He was in one episode of season 2.
That's it.
One.
He was in season 3 though too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember him being a lot more popular. I think if I remember correctly.
He was the one that he was the one that blew up fucking Bruticus. And that's where the episode Bot came from, when they built that fucked up.
Yeah.
That was the only. I think that was the only time that he was in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He was definitely in season 3 because I remember him in a bunch of those. I definitely remember him in the Hate Spores episode, like before Optimus Prime came back.
Bot was the last episode of season 2.
Season 2, yeah.
So I don't think he was in it before then, right? Right?
Man, you might be right. Yeah, it's so funny.
I just want my blue fire truck.
Wait, isn't there like a female Megatron blue fire truck or something like that too?
I know there's a Megatronus. I think she's female, isn't she?
Is she a fire truck?
Stupid.
Well, it was a repaint of the Hotspot Combiner Wars Hotspot.
What, the leader of that all female team?
Yeah,
that's right.
Sorry.
How dare you?
No, the all female team was Victorion, which is
but I think the leader of that team wasn't she a fire truck?
There was a Decepticon one, I think.
Wow, I forgot about Victorion. Is she 5?
Yeah.
I don't count her.
But that's a Combiner Wars character.
So you're not going to count that as an MP?
I'm not even being anti-female. I just think...
You don't think they would do an MP of her?
No, that's a Combiner Wars thing.
Yeah, but I don't put it out of the realm of possibility that you might see an MP of that at some point.
I think we'll see other Combiners before we see a Victorian.
Like, I could see
them... Same thing about Raiden.
Yeah, but Raiden's also G1. I would expect to see any G1 Combiner before a Victorian.
Even Monstructor?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, man.
Well, because I don't think any... Masterpiece collector gives a shit about Victorian. That's a chug collector thing.
Yeah, I know, but I think
generally,
but you're talking masterpiece, like, so we're just talking about the scale, right? Not just the G1 aesthetic.
Well, I'm just talking about stuff that goes into a masterpiece collection.
Well, all right, let's put it this way: G Creation is putting out that Drift at some point. Whether or not it comes out, I don't know, but it was masterpiece scale.
Okay.
Because they were doing the Ultra Magnus from IDW and they did the 6-shot from IDW, and they were doing IDW characters, but they were decidedly not chug scale. They were definitely masterpiece scale. So that would go in a masterpiece collection, even though they weren't technically masterpiece, like G1, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Like a Victorion in a Toy World or Zeta scale. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You don't think anybody would have any... You think people would want Monstructor or Dino King or... Raiden or whatever before Victorion. And don't get me wrong, I would want Dino King, Monstructor, and Raiden before Victorion. But I'm just saying that Victorion is more recent, and they are putting out IDW characters and more recent characters in third party. So I could definitely see there being interest in that character, don't you?
I don't know. Maybe my personal bias is showing, but I just don't see anybody really doing a Victorian before doing any other of the G1 combiners.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that would just be out of left field. That would shock the shit out of everybody.
And you know what? Maybe it might be a good. It might be a good decision to do something that no one else is doing.
Yeah, like after you've seen.
I don't see Victorian Wars coming. I don't see multiple companies coming out and say, "Hey, buy our Victorian."
Right.
So maybe Fans Hobby can make that their first combiner.
Like if they did some IDW characters and newer characters as MPs, like I like a Drift or like a Windblade, or like a Rung or the DJD or like any of those oddball characters from IDW in an MP scale, I would be so in on them for sure.
For sure.
That's why I think my collection will probably never end. Like, it's going to slow down to almost a halt. But I think that as more of these series, like the new series that's out now, like I can't think of any original characters except for that Rubble guy or whatever. But
in Cyberverse, there's the chick Seeker. What was her name? What was she?
Bitstream.
Was it
Bitstream?
Not Bitstream.
Oh, the teal one. She's like teal, kind of.
The Starscream clone.
Or aqua.
Was it Bitstream? I don't think it was Bitstream.
No, not Bitstream.
Slipstream. Yeah.
I'd be in on one. Yeah. But you know what? I'm not in on the Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas.
He says that now.
No, he knows I won't. He knows I won't. I have MK1 Scorpion over there. There's no reason for me to have an MK3 Scorpion.
No, of course not. Unless you want that battle axe.
Huh?
A lightning bug.
I want the lightning bug. What's up, Gary? Shout out to Gary.
The Scorpion with that battle axe was pretty awesome. I mean, it was so awesome we started calling him the Butcher.
See the Filipino toy pusher over here?
Huh? He's being a penis.
I'm just saying.
He's being a pusher
I'm
penis.
just saying.
Levy, it ain't gonna happen.
All right.
You know what'll happen long before that happens? You'll be buying them Make Toys cone heads. That probably ain't gonna happen. Dirge is in my stash, by the way. I let it happen.
What's that?
And I shouldn't have, but I did.
What's that?
Dirge.
Oh.
Never know. Things might change.
Yeah.
Shit like that's like the wind.
Yeah.
Can change like any.
Wherever the wind goes.
I don't care what happens. I would like to see. I would like to see the last two cone heads, and I would like to see those last two headmasters. And then after that, I don't really give a
man, I
rat's
really
ass.
wanted that Galvatron. Man, that Galvatron so cool.
Cross dimensions one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish that line would continue. I love that line.
Yeah.
You know what I was kind of hoping for if they ended up like leaving the scene. Well, Yes Model was getting all the Yes Model KO'd Hardhead and they KO'd Chrome Dome. And did they KO anything else from Make Toys? Yes Model? I feel like they did. I don't know. They KO'd they KO'd the Defensor set, oversized Defensor.
Okay.
The Make Toys version.
Yeah.
So they're like notorious for KOing Make Toys shit. So I'm like, well, if Make Toys is leaving the game, maybe they could just let them guys KO their shit like for a price. Like, here's the designs, here's everything. We're out. Take our shit and make it. Go ahead, and then they can make money off of that, and then Make Toys can make more money on
sell the designs to another company.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right.
If they were to do the Galvatron, I wouldn't want them to do it oversized. I wanted to scale with the rest of the
No. They didn't oversize Hardhead and Chrome Dome. They oversized Guardia, which was the Make Toys Defensor, but they didn't oversize the shit that was already MP scaled.
Well, remember, cross dimensions on that MP scale.
Yeah, you're right.
That's considered chug.
Yeah.
Large chug.
Well, what's up? You want to get the Q&A and bounce out?
Yeah. We got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't post them for a month.
Yeah.
I forgot to do it last time. Sorry.
Did you guys share it in like 25 different places?
I didn't touch it. That's all Levy's job now.
I think I shared it in like 5 groups. 4
All
or 5
right,
groups.
let's see.
That's one of Levy's roles and responsibilities.
Yeah.
Besides,
you like the picture?
I was just gonna say. Besides, it comes up with funny pictures.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Is that your?
Yeah.
So, speaking of Gary, he's the first person on here. Gary Allen checking in. Taking a 12-hour road trip that includes yourself and 3 other passengers.
To Chicago?
Yeah. Who do you pick? They could be friends or real-life acquaintances or include famous celebrities, athletes, etc., but they must be real people, not his, her characters portrayed in... Okay, so real people. Oh, man. We don't want to hang out with. Anybody else want to go? I should have, I was making a habit of reading these earlier, so I had answers at the ready when we did them. And now, in this one, I'm just...
It's good to be more spontaneous sometimes.
Yeah. 3 people.
Alive? Can we include dead people?
No.
No?
No, because then they would be dead and they would stink.
Well, no, I mean, make them alive for purpose. Make them alive for purposes. Okay, so they have to be currently living.
I got one. I'm ready.
Go ahead.
All right. No, I'm not. Go ahead. I changed my mind. Changed my answer.
Changed his answer.
I changed my answer.
Road trip with
the cast of The History of Railroading Part 2.
Yeah, right. No, with Zack Snyder, Dave Lindelof, and Alan Moore.
Wow.
Imagine the hijinks in that car.
Oh boy.
I'm going with.
What the fuck did you do to my shit?
I'm picking Liam Neeson, Harrison Ford, and Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and Cambria, the dude with the big long hair.
Yeah.
Those are 3 dudes.
I'm going with all the
Because
impractical.
the two guys sitting in the front, the 2 old guys, are just like, you gotta turn here. I'm not gonna turn here. You're gonna turn here.
I'm gonna go with all the.
And then Harrison Ford be pointing at him like, you gotta turn.
I'll see you in hell.
I'm going with all the impractical jokers except for Murr. You know,
Yeah.
Sal, Joe, and Q.
I never watched that show. I heard it's funny though.
It's great.
I've seen clips and stuff, but I haven't watched.
Wow, there are a lot of questions. Wait, are these in order? Oh, okay. I gotta put them in order because Tyler's question is starting off with a also. It's still starting out. Okay. Tyler Gillette. In your heart of hearts, do you really think?
I think you should probably read Dakota's first because I think that was in response to Dakota's.
I just put it in order. It says newest.
Yeah, I know, but Dakota posted his first before Tyler posted that.
Okay.
So.
If rumors are true, it seems like we're getting more weird 80s plus Transformers crossovers. What's a potential crossover you do want to happen, and what's a potential crossover you don't want to happen? Like, I didn't care at all for Ghostbusters Transformers, which I agree. I don't know like all that much either. And I really don't care about Terminator Transformers or BTTF. Oh, Back to the Future. Is that happening?
Oh.
Back to the Future in Transformers? Like, none of these crossovers do it for me.
What's the abbreviation?
BTTF. Back to the Future.
Yeah, it's Back to the Future.
I don't remember there being a crossover.
I don't know.
Well, it didn't happen. Like
I know where's that. I know there was that T-shirt where the DeLorean transformed. Was that robot looking at his watch?
Yeah, but somebody did fan art of all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just saying that's the only crossover I know of.
Honestly, it seems like the only Transformers crossovers I like is with other Hasbro brands like ROM, Mask, Micronauts, and G.I. Joe. Anything else just seems dumb.
So what is he asking? Crossover we want to see and crossover we don't want to see?
Yeah. The only one I disagree with there is like the Terminator one. I feel like the Terminator one's got some potential.
It's kind of silly.
How is that silly?
It's just I don't think it works.
They're fucking robots.
It's two completely different tones.
Yeah, but I think you can make them tie together. I think you can.
It's a
war machine.
I don't think it works. One is about the death of humanity. The other one is a much lighter tone. Usually.
What, the Transformers?
Yeah.
What do you think would really happen if the Transformers landed on the fucking planet? The death of humanity.
No.
Like a war between two.
But that's not what's usually portrayed.
I know, but I'm looking at it more in a Game of Thrones, like nobody's safe type of reality situation. I'm
just looking at it how each franchise has traditionally been portrayed at, and I just don't think the tones mesh.
Yeah, but
sometimes you get contrasts like that. And sometimes they work. So
I think you got to look outside the box a little bit.
I just don't think they work.
He said what. Which crossovers with the Transformers, or just
with the Transformers?
With Transformers,
like Transformers in another '80s property.
Okay,
like a franchise you want, or a crossover you want to see, and a crossover you don't want to see.
I don't think I'd want to see like a Mask and Transformers crossover. I don't know.
Really?
I don't think that worked well. G.I. Joe Mask, yeah, okay, that works.
See, I see the Mask working. I see Mask working.
You got different methodologies with the intelligence of things, because you have sentient robots who are aliens, and then you have basically really cool different modded vehicles that human people are using. Mm-hmm. So if I wanted to see something with Transformers crossover and stuff, I don't want to see more people. I want to see more machines.
Yeah, that I get.
And more space stuff, not more stuff on Earth that's been done to death. So that's what I wouldn't want to see. What I would want to see is something that's been so blatantly obvious that no one's ever done it, kind of, but not for real, but just a Beast Wars and a G1 crossover. What's wrong with that? Because you have the G1 characters that were in Beast Wars, but they were basically, turned off, right? So why couldn't you just?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Why couldn't you just have? Why couldn't you just have a G1 and a G1 cast and a Beast Wars cast interacting with each other?
I'm not gonna shit on Beast Wars just for the sake of shitting on Beast Wars. This is not what this is.
Beast Wars. Beast Wars is G1.
It is, but I just don't. So, I don't think enough people give a fuck.
Yeah, they do.
No, I'm being serious, and even. Tyler will even tell you, and he said it before. It's very niche. Beast Wars. It's very.
You got to remember that we're the fucking 80s kids, right?
Right. All
right. So now the late 90s kids are going to be popping up soon for fucking nostalgia, and all the people who are fans of the Beast Wars cartoon when it first came out are going to be coming looking for nostalgia, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. I'm telling you. Hasbro's leaning more toward it. I'm telling you, and but
you've been saying that for a while though, and it's just not happening.
Well, it's because we're in 2020 now. It's just starting, so it's going to come around.
I don't know. I think we're going to be sitting here having the same conversation.
This last decade has all been about the 80s. This next decade coming up is going to be all about the 90s. I'm telling you.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So
I still don't think enough people give a shit about Beast Wars.
What's wrong with the G1 cast interacting with the Beast Wars Season 1 cast?
There's nothing wrong with it, and honestly, I wouldn't particularly mind seeing it. Like I wouldn't mind.
They do it in the IDW books.
Yeah,
They have Rat Trap,
and they did it well. They did it well in the IDW
as
books.
long as they and you get rid of that fucking stupid scale fucking comparison.
Right.
You make sure that they're all around the same fucking height and fucking stuff. It's just. I don't see a problem. I think there would be a lot of really good stories written about that.
I think there would be too, but I just don't see. I just
fuck Ghostbusters, fuck Terminator, fuck Back to the Future, fuck all of this other shit. G.I. Joe, I'd like to see that kind of, but like I said, I want to see less fucking people in a fucking Transformers fucking spinoff.
So the reason I think Mask could work is I could see like I'm not a writer, but I could see like humans capturing a Transformer or killing a Transformer and. What do they call that when they reverse engineer shit? And
that was the basis of the IDW.
Well, that was part of the fucking Bayformers thing with the Transformium and where
that was so stupid. Yeah.
So again, less people, more robots.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to put G.I. Joe and Mask together? Great. Got a whole bunch of cool actors interacting with cool vehicles. Fast and Furious Part fucking 12. G.I. Joe, right?
I don't mind the humans being there as long as they're not the story. And that was the problem with all these Transformers movies is that they were called Transformers movies, but in reality they were the co-stars. They weren't even the
put them in space. Put them on a planet or Cybertron or even some other fucking place in the universe, not Earth, right? There's no more fucking humans, so you don't have to worry about that story fucking point. Remember when they tried to put the whole Visionaries in the fucking Transformers thing there?
Yeah.
And near the end it was fucking terrible. Bad. At least Rom kind of worked because it was a space knight, and he was like, bigger and shit. But you don't need it. You have a whole cast of characters.
What about Voltron?
I was gonna say that, and then I thought to myself, what would be better would be like
Macross or something.
Voltron and like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like teaming up in a movie, or Yamato and Macross would be a good fucking matchup.
I think anything with I don't know. I could.
I was gonna say Pacific Rim and Transformers, but Pacific Rim dudes are really big compared to Transformers. So
yeah, I could see. I don't know. I could see Voltron or Macross maybe. Or what about GoBots? No. Nobody gives a fuck about GoBots though. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. You
already have transforming.
Even less than people give a shit about Beast Wars.
I'm telling you that I think that would be that's the most obvious answer that they should cross over with something within their own franchise. And I'm not talking about Bayformers crossing over with G1.
But see, that's not even. I get what you're saying.
Oh God, perish the thought.
Yeah, I'm talking about fucking.
He said he's not. I'm not talking about Bayformers crossing over with G1. I'm like, perish the thought.
Yeah, talking about G1 crossing over with.
But that's not even a crossover, then, is it?
Sure,
it's not really a crossover. It's just
a whole series.
It's all within under the Transformers.
It's their TV series. It's their TV show. Yeah. It's like
kind of like
the Defenders.
Kind of like Voltron 1 and Voltron 3.
Yeah, Voltron. Yeah.
The vehicle and the Lion Voltron meeting up in their own.
All right, well, let's move on. We got a bunch of other questions. Unless anybody has. Oh, you have a. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Transformers and Golden Girls.
All right, let's move on to the next one.
Well, you're supposed to ask: Is that the franchise you want to see, or the franchise you don't want to see, or crossover you want to see, or the crossover you don't want to see? And I say both.
Levy's still drunk from last weekend.
Transformers and Fraggle Rock.
Well, music play. Save your worries for another day.
Tyler says, in your heart of hearts, do you really think Mask, ROM, or Micronauts are worth the money in investing to try and make popular again? Think back to when they were out and how long they actually lasted. Personally, I'm a fan of series like Street Sharks and Mummies Alive. What the fuck is Mummies Alive?
It was a cartoon.
Oh.
It was about mummies protecting their reincarnated pharaoh in the modern day.
But I know for certain that if they ever tried to breathe new life into those serious franchises, it will fall flat on its face. Case in point, look what they did to the reboot.
Yeah, it was a show called Reboot.
I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, it was like a computer animated show along the lines of Beat Wars.
Yeah, around the same time too, wasn't it?
It was
Same studio.
Yeah, and it was supposedly pretty good. It was popular.
It was good. I watched it. It was very good.
They actually had Ash show up in episode somehow.
I don't remember that.
Well,
oh yeah, from Thing. I kind of remember that.
From Army of Darkness.
Or wait, no, I don't remember that. I thought you meant Ash from Pokemon.
Ash showed up on an episode of Reboot.
I don't remember that.
Weird.
Let's talk about successful reboots. So in context to what he's saying, My Little Pony, very successful reboot, very successful. Rom was, from people who are looking at it from a cartoon perspective, there really wasn't one, but the comic book ran a really long time, and they're still popping him out in IDW. There's a brand new issue of a Rom comic that came out just this past Wednesday.
So as far as like trying to like reboot shit and bring shit back from the past and stuff and making them popular and making them worth, like, who really gave a shit about Bloodshot? Now, I don't know if it's going to fall flat on its face or if it's going to be popular, but somebody thought it was worth pulling this obscure-ass Valiant comic title out of the recycle bin and saying, hey, let's make a movie out of it.
Because all the good ones were taken already.
What's that?
Because all the good ones were taken already.
Yeah, but it might end up being good, or it might suck.
Like the Avengers and the Justice League. And
see, not all fucking superhero movies have to actually be fucking capes, They could be like fucking Lock and Key, or they could be like what was that? That was that crime one with Tom Hanks, something Road to Perdition. That was actually a graphic novel.
History of Violence.
Snowpiercer. That was a comic. That was a French comic. So there's like a lot of properties that are out there that are based on comic books that don't have to be superhero-ish.
Even the superhero-ish ones that like Iron Man wasn't really shit.
No, Iron Man was a great movie.
Until he was a movie, and then it was like, holy fuck, this is awesome.
You're right. Yeah, because he took a secondary character from West Coast Avengers that made him into, prime fucking MCU fucking stake.
Wait, Iron Man was West Coast Avengers?
Yeah, he was old shut. Oh. They want to have nothing to do with that dude. He was a drunk.
Oh.
They threw him and Hawkeye fucking with Tigra over in fucking Cali. But so is it worth rebooting? I think some of that stuff is because a lot of the kids today might be into that type of stuff. I think Mask, I could see Mask just because of just their vehicles and stuff like that. But I don't think they should reboot. Well, look, they're rebooting Scooby-Doo.
Oh, they've been rebooting Scooby-Doo for decades.
Right.
They've always been coming out with new Scooby-Doo stuff.
Comic books too. Scooby-Doo and the Apocalypse. That was Micronauts. I think the reason why they're going to do this is because, like I said before, they want to try to do a shared universe. They want to do the formula. They want to make money based on that with live action films. And they're starting to do that now with fucking G.I. Joe. They're coming out with a Snake Eyes movie, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
So what's next? Going to be a fucking Scarlet movie? Maybe.
The G.I. Joe.
Fucking, Trouser Snake movie? That might be happening. No, but seriously, if they try to do like 2 or 3, team up movies or something and then do, like you said, G.I. Joe, but I don't know.
Well, let's move on. We got a ton of questions.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Let's see. Is this Angry Mike?
Hey, real quick though, would you want to see like a Diaclone and Transformers crossover?
That'd be cool.
Like the Diaclone, reboot,
like these.
The ones that new ones, the reboot.
Those are pretty badass, man. Yeah, I don't know what it would be about because I don't even remember what the Diaclone story was. And yeah, those are pretty dope.
I might like to see a Zoids transform.
Could be cool too. Ooh, robotics. What about robotics? Yeah. Mike Tinnell, is that Angry Mike? Mike Tinnell? Is that Angry Mike from Stasis Lock? Bald-headed dude, kind of looks like Josh a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
If you say it looks like Josh, then
yeah. I don't
a lot, not a little bit.
Somebody's going to have to... So, Josh, Alan, and Dakota all found this comment funny, but I don't...
What's that?
Question, did she lick it before she put it in? No, is that referring to some other story I don't know about?
Maybe, but I don't know the reference.
Yes.
Must be a Beast Wars joke. It's a Beast Wars thing.
So Tattoo Lee checking in. First time in a little while. I chat with him every once in a while, but it's the first time we've seen him in the Q&A section for a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
You guys broke up.
Hey guys, just wanted to say love 10 shots to M-Bots, but I must say it seems to me Levy was the king this time around. Well done on all the hard transformations. Great show indeed.
Thank you.
That was a fantastic episode, and well done, Mike, on all the barfing and editing in the video. What do you have in store next? Okay, fine. I have a suggestion. What about Jed and doing a solo version? Or maybe Jefferson could be doing Jefferson and Jed, 10 shots? 10 shots, 10 tools. I want to pull Jefferson in on something, but I haven't quite figured it out yet. Yeah. I don't know. You gotta he's just kind of funny, but I don't know what I want him to do and be funny at. I don't know. And Jed, you quit drinking about 2 years ago, so Jed's out on that.
Yeah,
so
I could. There's no way I'd do that. I'd fucking probably die if I did that.
Well, you know what? The only thing that worked out is that Levy picked all those tough ones at the end, so it would have been worse, I think, if you would have picked easier ones, because then we would have just been pounding.
Yeah.
Like, everybody watches it and it's like, oh, it's 35 minutes or 40 minutes, but in reality, it was like 2.5 hours or some crazy shit. But, anyways, but yep. Tattoo Lee, thanks for checking in, and we'll have to. I don't know.
That's still 5 drinks an hour.
We used to have like, we had this like initiation thing like years ago when I was in my 20s. It was called the Bankers Club. It was, you had to drink a shot every 10 minutes of Bankers Club whiskey.
Every 10 minutes
for an hour.
For an hour.
Yep.
So 6 in an hour.
7. So you started.
We start one,
and then you did 6 more.
Oh,
so
man.
7 shots in an hour. So I went through that. I did that, and I fucking puked my brains out.
Yeah,
so I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, drinking is just not my thing anymore. Like, you know, there's even nights where I've like had the intentions of drinking, and then I would drink like one beer or one drink or whatever, and it's like, where's the weed?
Oh man, yeah. If we did like fucking 12 beers, fucking, I could do that. That's easy. Half a case.
We were, like I said on the video, we're hoping for 10 pots next year. Maybe that'll be the move, you know? We'll see what goes on.
But I still think we should do 10 shrooms.
But anyways, shout out.
The spiders are crawling on me.
Shout out to Tattoo Lee. We're glad you checked in. And sorry about the Saints. I think they got fucked again. But now that the Eagles got fucked, we know how you feel.
10 lines of coke.
10 lines. Just transform that Omega Supreme in like 6 seconds.
Snort like, El Scorpio is ready. Say hello to my little friend.
And then you have to come up with inventions. Right? You have to come up with like brand new inventions while you're doing each line. 10 lines, 10 designs.
Oh, Christ. I'm sure they would all work just fine too.
10 lines, 10 designs.
Josh Lawrence checking in. You have to pick one live action movie. You have to keep one human actor. The other characters in the movie have to be replaced with Muppets.
I've heard this before recently.
What movie do you pick? It's kind of a funny question.
So you take a live action movie, you keep one person's human, and the rest of them are all Muppets.
Yeah. Live action movie. Now, I wonder if we could twist the rules by going TV show. Because I have a hysterical fucking idea for this if it was a TV
History
show.
of railroading.
Who would say human?
Day of the Warrior.
History of railroading will keep Lexus in there. She's fucking puppets.
Is that your pick?
No. Well,
I'm gonna twist the rules and go TV show, but I'll wait for Jed. You got anything?
Ooh.
Or you know what? No, I can translate this to I'll just pick the same genre as a movie. I'm gonna go World War Z. And it's gonna be Brad Pitt.
Being chased by zombie puppets.
Yeah.
Muppets. Zombie Muppets.
Zombie Muppets.
That's cool.
That's funny.
Oh man, there's so many good ones I can think of.
Terminator would be funny.
Linda Hamilton against a bunch of Muppets.
It'd just be John Connor, one of those. Yeah, right. Yeah.
The Thing.
Oh, this could go on forever. Like for real. Like you just like
with Kurt Russell.
Keep the Thing.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
Hey guys, I'm okay now. Can I come back in?
Do you remember like in the Muppets when they used to have those fucking husky dogs?
Yeah.
Do you remember them? They were like, like this. They were
yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And they would come across. Oh my God! Could you imagine one of those splitting open and fucking blowing his head open like a flower? That'd be so awesome.
But like they would all be Muppets. Like the monster itself would be Muppets. That shit would be funny.
Oh, I got it. Heat. And I'm going to keep Val Kilmer.
He got a Muppet, and she's got a great ass. And your head is going right up it.
Can you imagine? Did you mention the Waingro Muppet?
Huh?
A Waingro Muppet?
Waingro?
Waingro? The fucking dude that fucked up the crew in the beginning.
Yeah. No, I'm just picturing that that news anchor Muppet. You know what you want to talk about? He had the black hair and the glasses and stuff. He's the one that's playing Al Pacino's character.
Oh man, you get Janice to fucking play the fucking chick that Charlize Theron played.
Yeah,
like for sure, it was like just a total friendship thing. It's in your own with the Muppet finger, and then just Val Kilmer lost in all of it. Sitting there in the diner scene, fucking talking to the fucking library, the bookstore chick. Oh my god, that'd be fucking hilarious. Holy shit. What's that?
Brother Kyle, checking in. A lot of people good
Waste
on
my motherfucking time.
A lot of people good on G2. What does that mean? A lot of people good on G2? And rightfully so. I think he means a lot of people like it. A lot of people like G2. Rightfully so. Good. Goof. Oh, goof. A lot of people goof on G2.
Need glasses.
And rightfully... No,
it's
good.
spelled as good.
Oh, okay.
This is a typo, I think.
Yeah. A lot of people goof on G2, and rightfully so. Some of those figures were ugly. You ain't got no alibi. But there were some cool ones as well. I always liked Laser Optimus. Sideswipe was cool. And I liked Green Tank Megs. My question is... What do you guys think are some cool looking G2 bots? Go Birds, fuck Jadavian Clowney. I'm trying to remember what all came out in G2 because there was some like original G2 characters. Ruination wasn't a G2 thing, was it? No, that was Robots in Disguise.
Are you guys counting figures or the ones that were in the comic book too?
Any, I guess.
What was the Black Jet?
Oh yeah, Stars.
Was this?
That was Machine Wars.
Yeah. You're thinking the stealth. No, there was a Black Jet and G2. I just can't remember which one it was.
Black Jet and G2.
Can't remember if it was a Seeker or Aerobot. Or I just remember seeing that in one of the handbooks or whatever they did for G2.
I don't know. I was just not a big fan of G2. I guess probably my favorite one was the Laser Optimus Prime.
Yeah, the Laser Optimus Prime was pretty cool. Oh, there was a big ugly Bruticus that was G2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's not Ruination. It's just the orange Constructicons.
Oh yeah, G2 Bruticus. Yeah.
Sideswipe was cool.
Like the gaudy freaking camouflage colors.
Had the auto rollers, Dirtbag and Roblox, which just looked like Constructicons. They were green construction vehicles. You had the accelerators, Rapido, Scram, Turbofire, and Windbreaker. The Cyberjets. I'm thinking of the Cyberjets.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, these
with the little target thingies, right? Is that what it was?
Air Raid.
Okay, there we go.
Air Raid Hooligan was a tiger. Yeah, those are actually pretty cool. Jetfire was like a gray camo, and Skyjack was like red and black. Those are actually pretty cool. Strafe and Space Case, and a bunch of ugly Dinobots. All those GoBots, laser cycles, laser rods. That Sizzle's pretty cool, man. It's like an old school like hot rod with black and red on them. Yeah, I'm looking at all these and they're all shit. I don't know, not all shit, but I guess those jets are kind of cool. But I don't see Sky Scorchers, Eagle Eyes here. Man, I forgot about half of these. They're all colored so dumb.
I like those. I like that Space Case and Strafe.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you, man. The Cyberjets are pretty cool looking. Air Raid's like a stealth bomber.
Ramjet looks like a piece of shit, but the other ones are pretty cool.
What, the purple and teal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is ugly as a motherfucker. Starscream's not bad looking.
Well,
he's like muted. He basically looks like himself, just muted colors a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and his name plastered all over him.
Ah, man, these are
Mirage has fucking like a tiger stripes, I guess. Do you see Mirage?
Oh yeah, those are the GoBot. That's the GoBot.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are. They don't even have the G2 Megatron and Prime in this list. Oh, this is That's because I'm looking at a sale list, not an actual complete
Laser
list.
rods, Volt, Jolt, Electro, and
Yep.
Sizzle. There's Laser Optimus Prime and Megatron.
Man, G2 is just so fucking ugly, dude. I don't know why anybody... But people love that shit. Some people love that shit.
Dude, Gort loves G2.
I just don't...
Loves it.
I guess. I don't know, man.
Loves it.
Like, not only are they all colored ugly,
Shout out to
but
Gort.
they all have, like, look at the Optimus Prime. He's got a trailer that says in ginormous letters on the side, Optimus. And, like, Megatron had a sticker that said Megatron rules or some shit on it. It's like...
You know, I like Bumblebee and Hubcap. I like their metallic paint jobs.
Yeah. I don't know. I just can't answer that question because I think they're all
Rotor
crap.
Force.
Sorry, Brother Kyle. I do agree with fuck J. David Clown, you know.
Sky Scorchers. Old Eagle Eye.
Levy, you don't care, do you?
No, like I said, Laser Optimus Prime.
Yeah, Laser Optimus Prime was cool. Let's move on. Jason Brennan, will Levy ever take responsibility for purchasing a figure without doing his homework on whether or not it's a piece of shit?
What was the story behind that?
That Art Feather Bumblebee from the first 10 shots, 10 bots that we did. I bought it from Jason Brent for $20, and it was not a good figure.
Yeah.
So you overpaid.
Yeah. He only overpaid by about $20. As opposed to the overpaying of $50 that I did on that Wild Child.
I hope I haven't offended you, Jason. It was all for laughs.
He's not offended.
He doesn't listen to the show.
Yeah, he don't listen to this shit. Adam, I don't understand what his question means. What is the weirdest request from your fans? If it tops mine, I'll share the information. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What's the weirdest request from our fans?
Yeah.
Well, he wants to know what our weirdest request was, and if it tops his, he'll share it. So what was the weirdest request you ever had from a fan?
From a fan? Like, of this show?
Well, yeah. No. Your fucking days of stripping.
Huh? Wow.
Yeah, of course.
I had someone message me once for a dick pic.
Stop it.
Sorry. That was before I joined the show, Levy.
Sorry, episode 2. To be completely honest with you, I've never had
Well, I know some of the weird, the most common question that we get, and I'm not from fans, but just people always ask us if we're selling shit. Like, could you sell me fill in the blank here? Yeah. Like I just got one the other day. It was for the Dinobots, not the fan
plushies.
Not the fan Gigapower. Mm-hmm. Like the guy, someone said, "I'm looking for this Gigapower Dinobot. Can you sell it to me?" I'm like, "I'm not a store." So we get that all the time. People buying stuff.
Yeah, I once had someone ask me for a video of me masturbating.
You can tell when it's getting late. Yeah, I don't know. I've never, outside of people asking if they could buy shit. Like,
well, you had that your Facebook Messenger stalker there for a while.
Which one? You know what? Yeah,
that guy was weird.
He was a weird fucking dude, man. Like at first, I thought he was just like it was a goof or whatever. But then after a while, I was like, this is a weird motherfucker, man. That dude, I can't remember his name. Fucking weirdo.
Well,
like at first, I thought it was witty and he was being funny, but then after a while, like it seemed like he was getting like pissed off that I wasn't answering him back. Like, I don't fuck out of here, man. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Fucking
wow.
It's probably Rick Roberts.
What?
Let's see what else we got here. The last question was from Nate, except that I clicked off it on a second. Oh, okay. Here you go. Nate Armstrong checking in. What do you believe are the three things you are known for amongst friends, family, and coworkers today? How would you change that answer from 1 year from now? What are the three things? Well, it all depends on what, like for me personally, it's like whatever, like what friends you're talking about. Like amongst my friends that are musicians, I'm not known for being a musician because we're all musicians. So they basically know me as a softball playing nerd, you know? Whereas the nerds might know me as a softball playing guitar player, where the softball player is probably not a guitar playing nerd. It just depends on who I'm hanging out with and what they think. Among MILFs, I'm commonly known as the walking tripod.
And your family just thinks you as a disappointment?
My pops.
Your dad's like...
Should have had that second kid.
I'm known for masturbating.
The nicest compliment my dad ever gave me was like when somebody else is fucking up, he goes, "Thanks for not being a complete and total fucking asshole."
That's what Levy said.
No, what?
Huh?
What do you?
I said I'm known for masturbating.
So, all right, that's fine. So let's get to part 2 of his question. How would you change that answer 1 year from now?
By not masturbating.
Let me quote Doug Stanhope and say, "You are a loser of such epic fucking proportions." Jesus. You don't have a real answer for this question, do you?
No, I don't know if I'm known for anything. Other than the guy that likes to make jokes about masturbating.
Except that they're not jokes.
Well, some are.
Well, I can think of like a few things. Like you're known for like your skills in fighting games because you used to run the whole Lehigh Valley tournament thing.
I was never really skilled.
No, it depends on what game you're talking about. You were better at some than others.
You're known for collecting a lot of different wines and black repaints. You're known for the Blackout and Shout show. You're known for your 10 boss 10 shots.
Yeah. But above all that, playing with my dick.
Playing with his dick. It's really close to time to send Levy home, I think.
Playing with my dick. And then a year from now, won't be playing with my dick.
I'm just really glad I can see both of his hands right now.
I can think what I'm known for. What would you guys say? See if it matches up with what I'm in my head.
Burglarizing houses.
Burglarizing houses.
Judging by your dress.
I like my shirt. This is my favorite shirt.
Well, you know what though? It's like you always wear that every time you come here. The black long sleeve shirt and the black hat. It's like it's like when Dexter goes out killing, he always wears the same shirt, that brown shirt and the gloves and those cargo pants. He always wears the same shit when he goes out killing.
I actually have a gray Dexter shirt. I should wear that next time.
You have a what?
Gray Dexter shirt.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So, like, after you're done tonight, are you going to go out and burglarize some houses? I mean...
No, I'm going to go home and...
Or are you going to pull that down over your face and fight crime?
No, I'm going to go home and fucking pirate the shit you want me to get.
Being pretty condescending for a dude that just plays with his dick all the time.
Arr.
Or are you just going to pull the hat down over one eye?
Yep. It's going to be like... Arr.
Jed.
Arr, me be known for the pirating.
He's known for Jed.
Just wait for you to look over. My funny, zany voices of my wife.
Oh, yeah.
His 3D character
his
modeling.
voiceovers in general, I think, is part of this.
3D character modeling.
3D character modeling. Hopefully I'll be known for that soon.
Yay!
Being the person to revamp and revitalize the G1 franchise.
Dude, then we can
new
them
animations.
fucking idiots on Stasis Lock and stop saying it was Beast Wars and I can't wait to straight face through that answer. Would you know who saved the franchise? Yeah, fucking Jed did.
Gary Chalk.
How do you plan on changing that future? By saving the franchise.
What was Tyler's other question that you skip past to read Dakota's first? Because he also said...
he went back.
I went back.
You said also? No, there was another one I thought he put in.
No, that was also with...
No, it was something about displaying stuff.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, this is the last one. This question we asked on Stasis Lock, and we'd like to extend the question to you guys. How important is shelf uniformity? Can you stomach mixing up different franchises on one shelf without being worried that it's a mess, or are you like me being all pro segregation when it comes to different franchises? Yes, I agree.
Got to keep them separated.
I keep them separated. Yeah. Yep. Like the Well, like Vanessa's shelf is probably the oddball shelf out of all of them because they're from all kinds of different like lines, but they're still uniform because it's a bunch of the same characters. But like there would be I wouldn't be mixing that. There'd be no way. Although I just talked about getting G.I. Joe figures and putting them on the Transformer shelves, but I feel like they go together.
There was remember the post that I shared a few days ago where the guy had Optimus Prime, He-Man, Dinosaurs, and all that stuff together?
Yeah. But that was a piece of, were those are all like real well, but that was, man, I felt like
they made Dinosaurs figures?
Yeah.
And I didn't know about this?
Well,
or was that a custom?
Might have been a custom, maybe. It
was pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
All right, so
I would kill for some Dinosaurs figures.
So let's put it this way.
I don't know where it came from, but
if it was done purposefully, right? Like that, like he was just saying, had a Transformer and a G.I. Joe and Thundercat and whatever, like all together to represent all these different franchises on one shelf. I could see that making sense, but to just take...
Now, does he mean different franchises or does he mean like different lines or different
franchises on one shelf?
Different manufacturers.
So imagine somebody came over to your house because you collect a bunch of different shit than I do. Took all your DC shit and your Marvel shit and your Transformer shit and your... fucking Street Fighter stuff and Mortal Kombat stuff and this and that and the other thing and just like put it all wherever, right? Like cool, not cool.
Well, first of all, don't touch my shit.
Yeah, really. No, I mean I don't mix franchises, but I do mix different lines together. Like my
there's a good close up of it.
Yeah, that's cool. Is that Aloe?
I don't know. I'm assuming that's a figure. I don't think that's a custom.
Yeah, that's Aloe. Yeah. Huh.
But
crazy. I never even made that shit.
Yeah, 2 words. Headcanon. My cross dimension stuff. I mixed cross dimension with MMC free formatted with Transformers Generations with.
But before you go on, he says franchises. That's the word he uses. So that to me is like franchise. Like those are all still Transformers that you're naming.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't mix franchises, but I mix different lines.
You mix lines, yeah.
Like I mixed SH Figuarts with Marvel Legends when I had to. And it's like I had Marvel Legends freaking Falcon. And since, I would put him on a flight stand, his height difference wasn't as noticeable as against the other SH Figuart stuff.
Right.
And same thing with Doctor Strange, the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange. But I mean, as far as franchises, the only franchises that I would mix together would be my Marvel and my Street Fighter stuff. To replicate the Marvel versus franchise. So
I still have yet to set all of my stuff up, but when I plan to do so, I'm gonna mix up my Aliens and Predator because that's the thing that went together. But I want to try to keep the same scale. Right. So, but like there's like the NECA alien will fit in with the Play Arts Kai, aliens and stuff. I want to put Terry and Vicious and who else? I want to do like this whole martial arts thing. So like Terry, Vicious, like a Ryu, a Ken, Spike. Iron Fist, Jesus Christ. What's the Kung Fu master? What's his name?
Of what?
Marvel. That just came out the figure. Shang-Chi. And
Spike Spiegel.
And Spike.
He was Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, I'm going to put all those guys together. So that's super mixing up all the franchises. But it's a theme, like kind of like that. I'm going
to also get the SHF Bruce Lee figures. So they'd be hard to find at a decent price now.
Yeah.
I think that's the answer right there, Jed. You just said the magic word.
What, theme?
A theme. Even if it's mixed franchises, it should maybe still have some sort of theme.
Like Final Fantasy 15, I think was what Cindy was in. She was the blonde mechanic or whatever. I'm going to have her working on, Cloud's bikes. So that just kind of it fits there. I thought that was a cool mix up. I'm going to have the Turtles. I was going to have the Ninja Turtles mixing up with Aliens, maybe. Stuff like that. So, yeah.
Like I can see putting the Turtles on a shelf with Daredevil.
Yeah, or like that too. Sure.
Or Batman.
I was going to ask you that. Did they ever come out with a recent red Daredevil Marvel Legends? I know they have black and the yellow, but did they ever come out the traditional line? What way was that?
Well, it came out. They did one. The red Daredevil was
not MCU, not Defenders.
No, I know.
Not that one.
Was in the I think the Rhino Wave.
Oh, that's old.
And then they also did the Defenders box set, the comic Defenders, the Amazon exclusive Defenders box set.
Was that 6-inch?
Yeah, it's Marvel Legends. Which
comics?
had another Red Daredevil with the colors reversed from the original Red Daredevil. They came out when the Rhino wave.
Oh, I have to look for that then.
So
because I ordered a cloak to match the dagger, and I want to get a Daredevil to match up with the.
Actually, I might have an extra one.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I might. No, I don't. I sold it.
It's okay.
I traded the other Daredevil, so I only the one from the box set.
So to answer Tyler's question, yes, I would mix up my franchises just because if it's based on it, but you won't like.
My 1/6 scale figures I mix on a single shelf because I just don't have enough to consider. Like I don't have like an entire franchise worth of individual figures. You know what I mean? Like each figure is from a different line. I have all my 6-inch figures mixed up. They're all laying on their backs in a pile.
Yeah, you know what? I can't even really properly answer the question because I don't have enough stuff to mix. You know, like what will I even mix?
Like Wolverine versus fucking Storm collectibles.
Man.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting late.
Yep. Yeah, it's time to go, man.
Time to pack it up.
Time to pack it up.
Did you look at the other?
Yeah, I did. That was it. That was all of them.
All of them, really?
Really? That was a lot, don't you think? Is there more? Or is Mike just skipping them on purpose?
I'll go back and look. Let's see. Oh, look at us. We went over 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
1,003.
That was last week. Yeah.
Ooh, 1,000
follows. Likes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I have more follows than that.
34. 1,034.
1,034 likes or
follows.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I thought it was 13.
A movie with replacing with all but one with Muppets sounds.
Who's your human?
The girl in the well, Catherine Martin.
You could use Miss Piggy's little dog for the fucking what was Precious or whatever the fuck the dog's name
Who would
was.
be Buffalo Bill?
Swedish Chef.
Morgan lotion, the
the hose.
So it says you carried it 6 times, but I only see 4 of them.
Oh, okay.
You were not privy in.
No, that was probably because maybe nobody commented in the other 2.
Nah, it's probably just because I'm not. Because I can still see the ones that have no comments.
Oh, okay.
Fozzie Bear is fucking Hannibal Lecter.
All right.
That's that, huh? Anybody got anything else before we bounce out?
Fuck you, John Bailey.
Fuck you, Rick Roberts.
Fuck you, Rob Liefeld.
Enough's enough. We're out.